Good evening, friends, and welcome to Storm King's Thunder. This is our Season 3 premiere this evening. As we head into episode 37 tonight, we're so glad that you're joining us right here at Proficiency Bonus. My name is Michael, your most humble and merciful and kind and forgiving Dungeon Master. I believe that all those things apply to me, right, everybody?
Sure.
No,
Are you doing that because you know something's going to happen tonight
Yeah,
and you're just
this sounds like a
prefacing
sales
like, hey,
pitch. Yeah.
I'm really nice, guys, just in case there's a PPK, just so you know I'm really nice.
you know, I'm just making sure I'm covering all my bases, right? That's what it's-
When
I
Lachlan
see what
does
you're
Lachlan
doing.
later, and everything gets and yeah, you'll remember this.
Well, just as we're kind of getting all of our videos set up and getting everything kicked in here, just want to throw out a couple shout outs tonight. We want to thank Team MZ for all their smaller streamer support. You can check them out on Twitter. That's Team MZ with 4 M's. You can also check out some of our partners down below our Twitch video as we have teamed up with Nightshade Creations and Many Sided Dice. If you check out their websites, they've got some really cool products and things to make your Dungeons and Dragons tabletop RPG experience even that much cooler. So make sure you guys check those out if you get the opportunity. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that follow button and follow us here on Twitch. You can also visit our YouTube channel and subscribe there to check out all of our previous episodes, including our Monday night stream, which is DM'd by our very own Matthew, who plays Molfin in our campaign here tonight. And he's running his group through Tomb of Annihilation, so you want to make sure you check that out. Once again, this is Storm King's Thunder. We've been at it for quite a while. At the end of the summer, we'll be right at the 1 year mark, everybody. So just a few months away from streaming this for a year. That's pretty awesome. That is pretty awesome. I'm so excited.
Definitely.
Tonight is formal night. I must apologize. This is the most formal I could go. We're currently moving, so most of my stuff is in boxes. So I've got kind of like a makeshift live streaming studio set up tonight. I'm going to go ahead and take you guys over to our players because I think everybody, if MG could go ahead and refresh.
I don't think he's in far enough yet.
Okay, I'm gonna just
Yeah.
there everybody is, and everybody looks fantastic this evening. Check out everybody with their formal attire on. It's JJ, I love that. So Zoss gonna go ahead and dance around for everybody. There you go.
Nice.
Nice. So we decided to make tonight formal night because just to refresh everybody's memory on what happened last time, our party headed into the city of Yartar, where they took Arton Rosolio, the young noble that they found floating down the river in an interesting magical cocoon type thing, who's been infected with some kind of magical disease that's our adventurers really aren't sure of what's going on. It seems like it's a little bit too powerful for them to understand at this point. Took him home with the help of the parapet of health that Molfin had in his possession. They made it to the Rosolio household where they met Desaya, his mother, who was kind of like a stern businesswoman of sorts. Was glad that her son was returned, but not as glad as you would think that a mother would be. Was more concerned with who has done this and who her potential rival or enemy is at this point. So she offered our party 500 gold pieces up front to investigate and find out exactly who this enemy is. Offering 1,000 gold pieces upon discovering that information. And then realizing that young Arton had lost his family heirloom pendant, that she would even throw 500 gold pieces on top of that if the party was to be able to retrieve and return this Rosolio family crest pendant that he is missing. So there was a lot of gold pieces thrown in our friends' faces last week. and they were talking about this ship, the Grand Dame, where Arton seems to be the last place that he remembers meeting this lady in the purple dress. And that seems to be what has occurred. He seems to have, his memory is still very hazy. Some things are coming back to him, but still a lot missing from the story that our characters seem eager to find out, especially when these big, large satchels of money are sitting out on the table. And also the opportunity to dress up as a fine noble in order to get onto the ship. So that seemed to kind of egg a little bit a couple of our characters on, especially our lady characters who like to dress up. This was their cup of tea.
This is Christy dressed up, not Callista.
Oh,
I was going to say,
Disclaimer.
this whole,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
party's all
That's great.
excited about money. I'd like to point out that the two intelligent members of the party, Molfin and Callista, were like, yeah, peace, we're done. It's the crazy, unpredictable, half-elven ones that are,
As though your nephews are involved.
Oh,
Oh my
look,
God,
And
that is
the
perfect.
night's over.
Oh no!
That is perfect.
MG wins.
MG
I
wins.
scared my cat.
Yeah.
MG, you know what? I love all of you, but MG, give yourself a point of DM's inspiration before we even play for busting out the top hat. Where you even got that, I have no idea, but I love it.
I did not think there lived a person who could defeat JJ's hats. I have been proven wrong.
That's amazing.
Oh.
Okay,
That's what they're
I
wearing in
have-
Yartar these days.
That's what they were. So you guys are all looking so dashing, and you guys all look like nobles. So this is going to be fantastic. I'm excited about this session. Now, is there anything else that we needed to throw out there about a recap from last week, or is that pretty much sum everything up?
Well, just a reminder for the party that Moby still has stolen all the money.
Yeah.
He
Moby,
didn't steal it. He's holding it.
yeah, the minute that money was thrown out on the table and the additional 500 came out, Moby was like, "Yep, that's it." And he just took it and stashed that away.
I burk.
Yeah.
I don't know if the rest of the party knows, but I'm checking out at 9:30 when we take a break because last time I overslept and I was late to work and I'm scared of that happening again. So I'm gonna
That's fine.
bounce
You're-
until I get used to the schedule and get enough coffee in me.
And that being said, we're gonna jump into our adventure tonight. And so the story is told. Moby, you awaken in your room to the snoring and the aroma of bad breath of Lachlan, who's got his mouth like wide open, sleeping right next to you in the same bed. And
Can I-
you can hear as I move my cat. And you can hear also another individual snoring. Appears to be a much older individual's snoring coming from the other bed on the opposite side of the room, who you quickly realize is Molfin.
Of course, they gave us a family room.
I mean, you're not wrong.
All right, I'm gonna grab Lachlan's tongue to stop him from snoring.
Lachlan, you jolt awake as someone is squeezing your tongue.
You know, you're a lot like Molfin, like really similar.
I don't know.
Please do anything you can to change that. Oh, sorry.
Callista,
Hmm.
you right before you jolt awake, you have a little bit of it's a part of a dream, but you think it possibly happened the night before while you guys were downstairs drinking in the Despicable Lady, which is where you guys are currently waking up. Eventually, the hooded, cloaked woman that Moby was talking to and continuing to complain to after he had this special drink, eventually got very frustrated and left the table, while Moby continued to just complain and whine as she was walking away from him. She made her way kind of over to you, Callista, after she had kind of walked around the room. She sat down next to you and just peered through this dark veil that is the shadow that this hooded cloak left on her face. You could just see the tip of her nose kind of sticking out from the darkness. And she looked at you and she said, before she pulled her hood back just the slightest bit, she said, "You know, we're very different. And that's a good thing." And then she pulled her hood back just the slightest bit, and you could see that she was a female human with dirty blonde hair that looked like it hasn't been washed in a few days. And there was a scar that went from the very top of her forehead through one of her eyes, leaving her eye completely white, like it looked like a cataract kind of eye. And the scar went down into the top lip, and it was cleft a little bit at the top. And she looked at you with that hood just pulled back just the slightest bit, not to like let everybody else see it. She just wanted you to see it. She's like, "When you're done babysitting, seek me out." And then she put her hood back over and slowly walked out of the door.
Could I have done an insight check?
You could have, yeah.
Okay. That's closest thing. Automatic insight check, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
While she's rolling that, would this have been after Molfin had left to go to bed? Because he was sitting right next to her.
Yeah, she would have been.
At the beginning.
Yeah, she would have kind of come on the other side. Molfin, you would have been sitting at the other side. So, go ahead and make a perception check for me, Molfin, to see if you caught a glimpse of this woman. She was really hard to read. She had a very stern look on her face, Callista, and was pretty even keel. So you're really not sure what she meant, or, but you could tell she had a really distinct look about her. You'd probably be able to pick her out again if your paths crossed again very easily.
So I couldn't like tell if it's like malicious or neutral or good intentions. There's no way to read it at all.
Not really a way to read
Okay.
it. Probably right down the middle. You're not sure.
Okay.
Molfin, you probably got a glimpse of her dirty blonde hair, but you probably didn't see the scar. She probably did a pretty good job of hiding behind Callista enough that you didn't see her. But that you had that kind of like that dream, that memory, as you kind of jump out of your bed, and you look across, and Diana and Ashlyn are passed out in the bed on the opposite side of the room. Yeah.
I got a room with the two of them?
Yeah, but you definitely got your own bed.
Okay, good.
Apparently, Callista and Molfin got really toasted last night.
Well, apparently. I shared a room? What? Are they still sleeping?
Diana starts to wake up just a little bit. Her hair is just a mess as she kind of turns over. Ashlyn seems to be still pretty much passed out from all the swimming she did the night before in the giant soapy, sudsy, bubbly water that you guys were spending time in. Those of you that did go in the water, you feel fantastic. Like, it's like your skin is nice and smooth. Like they must have put some kind of I don't know, some kind of like a bath bomb in there or something, you know, to make it like nice and refreshing. You know, you guys feel great.
Do I have?
What was that?
I put my feet in. Do I have really nice feet now?
Oh yeah.
Because I put my feet in and nothing else. No, wait, I backflipped into it.
You did backflip into it.
You went all out. So you guys feel great. Those of you that went in the water. All right.
Okay, I'm gonna just start getting ready, and I'm probably gonna go into town, into the marketplace area.
Okay. Diana and Ashlyn, are you guys waking up to get ready?
Yeah, we have to go to the lady's house, right? Ashlyn?
Yes, to get dresses.
Yes. So that's hard to do.
That's your dinner. Okay, Diana, as you're getting your armor on and everything, and you're getting your things together, you realize that your mace that you had from the beginning of the adventure, your normal mace that you've been carrying with you, is not there.
How much did I drink? Ashlyn?
Yeah.
I'm missing something. I think I lost my mace.
The bears are prevalent in this area.
No. Like the thing that I hit people with when they
Oh,
get
your
too close
bop it. Okay, bop it mace.
Yeah,
okay.
the little bop it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Yeah. I guess I'll go ask the guys.
Yeah, maybe they stole it for hunting and pleasure.
Diana, do you want me to try to find it for you?
I mean, I guess we can look around for it. Can I just, I don't know, go check around and ask around and be like, hey, have you seen about a 15, 20-pound weapon of destruction?
Yeah, you
Can
kind
I-
of go downstairs and you guys can you can make an investigation check, and if
Can I do something else? Can I cast a spell since it's in the morning and I can prep it?
Yeah, what would you like?
Locate object?
Locate object. Oh, okay. Let's see. Actually, describe an object familiar to you. You sense the direction to the object's location as long as that object is within 1,000 feet of you. Interesting.
And
It's
I
a
should know
really-
it pretty well.
What should be
Really
helpful?
All
If
right.
it's within 1,000 feet of us.
Yeah, only then.
Big game of hot and cold.
Okay. So you you start casting the spell. You start these incantations, and you're just keeping your mind focused on Diana's mace and what it looks like. You kind of just that memory that you have of Diana just thwacking creatures with it and things like that. I don't think she only used it twice. I think.
Yeah,
At the beginning, yeah.
It's like, but you remember what it looks
But
like.
she's
when you
always,
hone it.
yeah, she always got it.
And it seems to be out of range. You don't really pick up anything back from your locate object spell. You don't get any.
Diana, when was the last time you had it? Because it's not anywhere near here.
I mean, I set it down. I was sitting next to it when I was swimming. Then some waiter came up to me and asked me if I wanted a drink. He walked off. And then I think the last time I saw it was when I just jumped into the water. And I was there
Someone stole it.
I mean, out of all the things to steal, I've got pretty valuable stuff. I had my coin purse there. Who steals a mace?
Someone in despair.
I mean, someone with a bear. No, but
Or a bear.
like I had 56 gold pieces. Who steals a mace?
Do you want to go get a new mace?
I mean, I have the other mace that Callista gave me, but
Well, I'm gonna go look outside for it since it lasts 10 minutes. I'm just gonna see if I can get a ping.
Okay.
Okay, I'll go with you.
So you guys are just gonna take a walk outside and just walk up and
Yeah.
down the street. Okay.
Maybe, Ashlyn, can you ask ask him if he's seen it.
Okay. I knock on the guy's door.
Okay, Ashlyn, go ahead. Oh, you're knocking on the boys' door. Okay, Moby, Mulfin, Lachlan, you guys hear a knock as you guys are all.
Lachlan, stop farting quickly.
What's that noise?
Lachlan farting.
I must have had beans yesterday.
You did.
Are you dressed?
What time is it?
I don't know.
Is that Ashlyn? Moby, go open the door.
Lachlan, go open the door.
I just made Pam turn the knob.
I walk in like this.
As the
I
door
think
opens, you
you're
guys
all dressed, but Diana is missing her mix.
and you guys also get the blasting scent of the aroma of wonderful breakfast meats and breakfast foods as the door opens behind Ashlyn, as she's covering her eye and moving her pinky and taking a look every now and then in Lachlan's direction.
Lachlan, hands on already. Oh, I'm sorry, you said she lost her mace.
Yes.
I suppose I'll head downstairs then. See if I can aid her. I need to speak
They
with
are
Calista
outside.
and see. Well, they've already left. Wonderful. Do you know? Did they take the funds that we've collected as a partner, as a group, with them? I'm in need of supplies if we mean to do this task you have set before us. Move your hand, girl.
Okay, I was afraid to tell her out. But that's okay. So, I don't know if they took the funds or not, but doesn't someone here have funds?
Well, I don't know. I was outside with Calista.
Moby has funds.
Oh,
I mean, I'm gonna excuse myself and go get some breakfast meat.
Oh, Malfrin, you're coming with us, are you? Oh, this is a lovely surprise.
apparently.
Oh, is that guaranteed? Can we shake on it?
I suppose so.
Check he's not crossing his fingers behind his back.
Hands out in front, making sure to keep a little distance because he's not quite sure what Moby's plan is.
Awesome.
Watching to make sure Lachlan's not like circling around, sticky fingered.
As you guys are having this interaction, Callista and Diana made their way downstairs and have started to walk down the street a little bit in Yartar. The streets are starting to get at first light in the morning. People are starting to move around. It seems like businesses are starting to open up and things are starting to kind of, get back to normal for Yartar here in the morning. You start to get a little bit of a sense of, with your locate object, more towards the southwestern part of the city, as you seem to be coming more in the range of Diana's mace.
Okay. I follow that.
Okay.
Yeah, I go with her.
Your spell will probably wear out before you get to it. It's a little bit longer of a walk because you probably only got about 5 more minutes on the spell. But you can kind of get a general area and head to that direction.
If I were to wild shape and run, would that help?
Like a bear running through the city?
No,
It doesn't have to be a bear.
a horse.
Something just as fearsome, though.
you could do that. What are you going
Could I
to
ride
wild
her?
shape?
Good question.
If Callista will allow you to, Diana, that's the question.
Can I ride you?
It depends. Yeah, hang on. Let me check what I got.
And I forgot to do this when I woke up.
2 6s.
Really?
Wow.
How big are these streets?
They're relatively big. I mean, they have carriage and carriages that horse-drawn carriages that go through here. The streets are more like cobblestone, especially in this area of town.
Okay. If I were to do a giant elk, which gives me 60 feet of movement, and I could easily carry Diana because it's huge.
A giant elk might draw some attention.
We like
Especially if
that.
she's riding it.
Yeah, it might, because they are enormous.
Toronto.
And the hunters and gatherers in the city might be intrigued by taking down a giant elk.
Well, if I do a riding horse, that's 60 feet too, right?
Yeah,
Or
a
war
riding
horse?
horse wouldn't draw too much attention because they have horses going through here all the time. A horse
Okay.
would probably be a
Okay,
better
I'll
choice.
do a war horse since they're stronger.
Okay. All right. So Callista transforms into this massive warhorse. Diana,
I hop up.
mounted on top. I don't think Callista has a saddle, so you're just kind of
Nope.
like holding on for dear life as
It's
this
okay,
warhorse
it's like-
charges down in the direction.
It's like being a child again in the elven village with all of the wild horses.
There you go. It's bringing back some precious memories of your childhood.
Yes.
Except it's not trees, it's buildings that you keep passing by. As you hear the large hooves of the warhorse clopping on the stone streets. And you continue to run, and eventually you notice as you're headed this way that the scenery around you changes, Callista and Diana, and it seems like you're coming into more of like the market district. Where there's a lot of different tents and
Great.
areas set up along the sides with merchandise all over the place. There's a large station to your left that has a whole bunch of different kinds of fish out that people are coming and purchasing. It seems to get rather crowded as there's a lot of people coming to this area, kind of getting their food prepped for the rest of the day, for their breakfasts and lunches. It seems like a lot of things are happening. Eventually, you start to get really, really close, and you can look over, and there's a tent with what looks to be different like tools and materials set up on a bench. Like fishing materials, hooks, things that were made and forged and pounded out of metal and things. And then on the edge of the table, you see Diana's mace is sitting there.
I pick it up with my mouth.
You pick it up with your mouth?
Yeah.
Okay, so you
Yeah.
just
And I
You
like
just-
lean back so she can grab it.
you just
I
try
grab it.
and you grab the mace. Immediately from behind the counter, you see two individuals that are back behind the counter. It looks like two kind of human, one man, one male, one female. Look at you. The male has like curly, rough hair. He looks at you. Says, "Hey, what are you doing? That's mine."
No, it's not.
What? It can be yours for 10 gold pieces.
I will like kind of like shuffle Diana, letting her know I'm gonna drop form, so she better get off.
Okay.
There seems to be like this hush tension come along the crowd that's kind of like standing around at different market tents and tables as a lot of people are starting to look over at the commotion that's starting to take place.
I hop off of Callista
I drop form.
and
Okay, Callista stands up. Everybody's like, you hear like a gasp with the crowd. A couple,
That's
like,
the point.
like this random little girl just goes, "Ah!" and runs away. As you drop form and you're standing there, I come up and be like, "Oh, did you see that? Oh my goodness, what was that?" Oh, you know, just like whispering. You hear like these whispers among the crowd, and one goes, "Oh, I gotta see this."
I happen to know for a fact that that belongs to her because I located her specific item. It was stolen last night.
How do you know this is her specific item? This is not stolen material.
spells and magic don't lie, my friend. This is my mace.
What do you know of spells and magic?
I light my hands on fire.
Oh my goodness! You do know about spells and magic.
I
Oh,
snuff them immediately, but just to give them the point.
okay.
Did you not just see I was a horse?
Another random little boy goes, "Ah!" and runs away.
Callista's scaring all the kids 2018.
That's it. And there's still some more whispers.
Where
in
did you
it.
get this item?
How?
How did I get this item? It was brought to me by the people that support this establishment. My
Who?
goodness. By my contacts, by Edgar.
Edgar's the one that brought this specific item.
Edgar, yeah, he makes some of my items. Yes, he doesn't make all of them.
Call Edgar.
Call
Bring him
Edgar.
here.
Call
Bring him
Edgar.
here.
Oh, Edgar's probably out making some more supplies. I mean, have
Making
to-
more supplies? Do you mean
Yes.
stealing people's items?
Edgar does not steal.
Why are we here then?
I don't know. That is my mace that you have in your hand and you didn't pay me for.
It's her mace. And it was
Mine.
stolen. So where is
Stolen.
Edgar so we can settle this?
Edgar.
His shop is on the north end of the city.
And you really, just so you know, because we're going to go do that, but you should really keep an eye on where you get your sources from, and you should do background checks on all of your people, because you should not be stealing things, first of all. You should...
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. I mean, it's more like a mom, I think it's more like a mom rant. I think she's like...
He kind of like scratches his head. Well, there was that time that this happened before, but maybe I should have a
This
talk with
happened
Edgar.
before?
Yeah, well, maybe 3 or 8 times.
And you
Then why are you acting so surprised?
Well, it's I gotta stick up for my business. Look at all these people around.
Okay, but there are honorable ways of going about finding wares to sell, and you should know better. You should be better.
Well, I just don't usually ask questions, okay? I don't ask.
Well, maybe you should.
You should. That is very dishonorable of you.
The woman who was with him kind of comes up, and you guys got a sense like maybe there's something up with her. Like she just kind of has like been staring off into like outer space the whole time, and she kind of like leans up to, "Is there a problem, dear?" "No, it's fine. It's fine. I've got it." She just kind of like wanders back, and she's like, "You have an idea? You have a feeling like she might be blind." By the way, she's like just like kind of like staring a little bit. Like she's not technically like staring, but that's just
like looking past us almost.
Kind of like looking past you. Yeah, it's your first sense was that that's kind of rude, but then you start to put 2 and 2 together with your passive insight that she might be not be able to see.
Yeah. Huh. Well. Honestly, Callista, I mean, we can just let them go, right? Like, I know that they stole, but like he knows now. We told him to be better, and he is now, right? Aren't you?
Well, yeah, but just all these people, they don't need to know all this information. I'll be clean. I'll be clean. I'll check my sources. I will do.
Good, because if you don't, and I have to come back, my hand's on fire.
2 other random children go ah and start running away.
You don't want me to come back here.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Take the mace. Take the mace. For 50% off? Okay. Just take the mace. Take the mace.
Thank you.
Try to steal from my girl.
So Diana gets her mace back and is able to walk away. Your insight tells you that this guy probably had he probably didn't steal your mace. It just
No, I had a feeling someone brought it to him. Yeah,
somebody probably either sold it to him to try so he could try to make a profit or something like that. This guy was probably he doesn't seem very intelligent to be able to pull all this off himself. So. There was probably something else going on there. Moby, Lachlan, Ashlyn, and Mulfin, you guys are enjoying some breakfast downstairs of the Despicable Lady. It's a little light of a crowd this morning, as it seems like the Despicable Lady seems to be a popular night spot for a lot of these people. It was pretty crowded the night before, but it's kind of thinned out. And there's a couple groups of people that are having breakfast, and you guys see it seems like a new shift of workers have come in and are delivering plates of food and drinks to tables and sorts. What would you guys be doing until Diana and Callista got back with you?
Mulfin is going to try to find someone who can give him a sort of lay of the land. He knows we're due back at the Rosilio household, or Rosolio, but needs to obtain some arcane supplies before this evening's entertainment.
Ethics, totally. I love that in the chat. Are you a kid? Is it
Yeah.
2020? Fear not, Callista will frighten the shit out of you. I love that. That's awesome. Oh yeah. Awesome.
Gotta love Twitch chat.
Oh, God, love them. You guys are fantastic. So, Callista, Diana, you guys you guys join the rest of the group. And it appears to be getting close to that time where you guys need to be heading back to Desaya to get fitted by Kamed, the butler of the Rosolio household. Anybody doing anything before that, or you guys want to be heading over there?
I'm not going to that house. I'm gonna go to the market.
Okay.
Because I got stuff to sell too.
Okay. Anyone else?
Molfen will look at Callista. I'm assuming are you telling everyone you're not going?
Yeah, why do I want to go get dresses? I don't need a dress.
So how will you make it on? Are we going to do what we discussed the other evening?
I think that's the safest option, because if I go on looking like I am, I don't trust them not to try and do something to me, so...
Okay, then. Do you think it would be plausible for a few coin for me to purchase something at the marketplace, as I have my own requirements? I could join you if you'd like, rather than having to
Sure.
deal with these people again.
Wait, I was really blackout drunk last night. What was the plan?
I don't know. You were complaining so much, though. You thought it was terrible.
Yeah, that place sucked. So did the company. Even worse.
Yes, but you also complained about going on the boat, saying you never want to do that. You complained about being yourself. You complained about your elephant. You complained about your hair. You complained about the Raven Queen. I don't think there's anything you didn't complain about last night.
I know I complained about you. For sure. And that was after I finished drinking. Like, well
Yes,
after.
that is no different than any other day movie, so need not be said as part of your alcohol-induced stupor.
I should really just stick to peach schnapps.
All right.
I still don't have an answer. Yeah.
I think Callista was going to turn into a starfish and stick herself to the side of the boat.
Oh, mollusk. Nice.
And Callista will be safe with me. We will both be on board the vessel, as to ensure that nothing unsightly happens to the, well, rather unpredictable lot of you. As it appears that, well, as Ashlyn has pointed out this morning, Moby accepts payments for our work without fully disclosing what we're getting ourselves into with the remainder of the group.
Oh, I will stress that this 500 gold was given freely for nothing.
Yeah,
So
we don't have to do
didn't
anything. We
have
can
to
leave
do
now?
this.
So we can leave?
We could.
There's more if we finish it, though.
Why don't we just leave?
Because
I wanna get dressed up.
Though.
When was the last time
You don't
we
need a
had
reason
some
to
fun?
dress up, Moby.
I really need this. When was the last time I had fun? I've been gone
This
for
is not
12
going
years.
to be fun, Moby.
It will for me. I think it's time I start doing things for myself. I've been doting on people for all my life.
Lachlan, we
And-
have a request for the top hat.
I just put it in the game chat too. There you go,
There you go.
Mage
That's
Starter
really cool.
Fire.
Yeah, there's the top
Majesty Starfire, sorry.
hat.
Mage-
Ask and Lachlan shall deliver. Awesome. So, Moby really has a desire to see what this Grand Dame ship looks like, this cruise boat, and to have a little bit of fun on board, because you guys were told last time that there's a casino on board, there's free drinks and free food. There's like a dance hall where you could spend some time dancing to some of the best musicians or minstrels that money can buy. Seems like this is the kind of place where the rich, the noble, they go to party it up during the night. So,
Lachlan, did you say you were going on board as a helping hand?
Yeah, I wonder if it's too late for me to go into the waiter line. What time is it? Looking at the sun.
yeah, probably like I would guess like kind of like midday, probably about 4 or 5 o'clock to guesstimate would probably be when the line begins to form for inspection to see who can board as a worker for the evening. And then the nobles, they kind of start to line up just before sunset to board. They try to get all the workers aboard before the line of nobles begins.
Yeah. So the noble's enough to look at our disgusting visage.
So is that the plan, Lachlan? Did you tell the group
Yeah.
that you're planning on going as a, or is this something that you're just kind of doing on your own?
I think you told us.
Yeah, you communicated
yeah.
with the group. Okay.
Yep.
Awesome.
Ooh, just so everyone's clear, before we go, should we create aliases, secret names? I want to be Danny Dyer.
Danny
Don't ruin
Dyer.
it for me.
Am I gonna have to write this down in my hand so I don't forget?
Write it on the back of your eyelids, so every time you blink, you see it.
Wait, what?
So Moby's noble name is Danny Dyer. Let's see.
Now, can I just pose a query here to this group? I know you've so graciously started to break up the money you were paid for this endeavor, which, by the way, make sure you give Diana and Kalista their portions, as they were not here when you broke it apart. And we are meant to go on this gambling boat with all these nobles to figure something out. And what funds are we meant to use to gamble with? How are we supposed to interact with these people?
Use my funds because I'm not taking it.
As gracious as that is, Kalista, I get the feeling that the meager portion that Moby has broken apart for us, 83 gold each, will not do much in the way to whet the appetite of these nobles.
Probably not, but why should we spend our own money?
Well, that is my thought. If you and I are going to the market, Lachlan is going to go on as help. I am suggesting that the remaining 3 who have gotten us into this, Moby, Diana, and Ashlyn, obtain funds from this family to fund the gambling on the boat.
If you want to gamble, that's under your own
Really
volition.
awesome.
I'm just in it for the free drinks and free food.
No, you are in it to obtain information for this woman that you have accepted payment for.
I'm here to
Not by
dance.
gambling, I'm
Hey,
not.
Uncle Muffin, do you want to dance with me?
I would be honored, my dear.
Uncle Muffin, it's gonna be so much fun.
Diana, I
Don't
can't.
worry, I
we
can't-
can't hear you.
You're muted,
You
Diana.
muted?
That's why.
There we go. Now we got you.
Anyways, guys, I'm just saying, I think the only one who's gonna be gambling is Lachlan.
Yeah,
so
but he's got
please,
I'm gonna be busy working.
Yeah, he's
Figure it
gonna, he's
out.
gonna be. He's in the employment line.
That's a
He's gonna be
first.
busy.
I'm gonna be
Lachlan,
earning my keep.
gambling.
why are you
Why-
going in underemployment?
Because it'll be sneaky.
But you escaped employment your whole life. Why do you start now?
Well, I
That's
gotta
why I
start
said
from-
this is a first.
Maybe I'll get paid.
Oh.
But you'll get paid to gamble.
No, he has a valid point, though. Nobles tend to They
They
don't
won't
seem
even
to
look
pay
at
much
him.
heed to the
Yeah, they
help.
won't even notice him.
He'll be able to get around easier than, say, Moby riding in on his pink elephant.
That's a good
Oh.
idea. That would really freak him out.
That might.
If he can move around freely. Meanwhile, I'm not sure what Diana's plan is.
My
Moby
plan
is
is
going
look
to get
beautiful.
drunk.
No! My plan is to look beautiful and to just, like, chat it up.
So how are we meant to find any information? Do we have any inkling of what we're going in here to do?
Yes.
Yes,
So
we
far,
do.
you're going to be speaking with random people. Moby will be getting drunk, Lachlan will be working, and Ashlyn and I will be dancing with a miniaturized Callista in my pocket.
We have a list. We have a list of people that we are looking for. Okay, we have. Let me see here. Okay, so here's what we need to do. Our objectives are to find Arten's family crest. This is probably related to the lady in purple who was at the Sava table. So I will handle Sava. Then we need to find the names of people who are allied with the leader lady, the water baron. We have to find the leaders we have to find people who are allied with her. And she believes she has a list of people that she thinks are conspiring against her. Honestly, I don't know who's conspiring against this lady. Would I conspire against her? Not really. But we have the Wisdens, which are an older couple named Tom and Bridget. Tom has jet black hair, and they're both very prideful, apparently, according to her description. We have the Rain Riddles, Juliana and Godfrey, the Barry Strubbles, and these are all barge builders, and they're all like looking, and they're all in competition with her.
Diana
Okay,
taking
so-
charge of the conversation. Wow.
Yeah.
Shit.
Didn't mean to.
Yeah, Diana, give yourself a point of DM's inspiration for whipping this group into shape. There you go.
Yeah, what she said.
Beautiful. So
I
you
don't
mean
have my
to?
notebook from last week, so thank you.
So you mean to
This is such a bad
engage
idea.
in this? You mean to engage in this game of Savat or whatever it's called?
Yeah.
And how will you fund to game on a gambling barge? You're spending your money, I hope.
Sava isn't a gambling game, is it? It's a very
Yes, it
complicated.
is. No,
Diana,
Diana.
they're
Diana,
all
no.
gambling games when it comes to
You're
nobles.
going on a boat that
Life's
does
a gambling
nothing
game.
but gamble.
Diana,
Boat is
if
so
you're
open
going
on
to
anyway.
participate in that game, I am going to be on you.
Okay, I mean you're gonna end up in my boobs probably because I'm gonna be wearing a dress.
I'm probably going as a spider, so if you're comfortable with that.
Ah,
I like
that's
spiders.
creepy.
They're nice. They don't do anything. They just, they keep everything clean. They're nice. I like spiders. They don't let
Come
bugs.
to Australia.
Spiders really aren't that great, Diana.
Well, excuse me for trying to be positive.
Just
But also, there are other key points of the ship to hit that maybe Lachlan could find. There's apparently a large goose carved out of ice in a corner with little casino appletinis. That's where, I think it was where Arten was when he first saw the lady or something. Younger nobles that like to, they go and hang out by the outside of the ship's railing.
I'll go there too.
There's the Sava board. There's golden geese, which are used to bet. And then I was looking for motivations for the lady in purple, but I didn't find any, so. But yeah, so those are interesting points. Ice sculptures and the outer railing and the Sava table are key points to just go and like smile.
I don't like this.
Well, I mean, I didn't either at first, but then I got to wear this dress and now I like it.
Well, you guys are getting to the point where if you continue to sit around the table, you're going to be late to the Rosolio Manor to get your fittings.
Oh. Let's go.
Gotta run!
Yeah. I'm going to the market.
Okay.
I'm
Callista.
following Callista. I'm going to find something to purchase there to wear.
Okay.
I go to our fitting.
Lachlan, where are you headed?
Going to find wherever they said people are lining up for the
Okay.
wait staff here.
Okay. So you're headed towards the dock area then.
Yeah.
The other 3 are headed to go get fitted at Rosolio Manor. Is that correct? You guys are headed to the Manor House, and Callista and Mulfin are headed together to the marketplace. Just to kind of expedite this a little bit, because I want to get Diana an opportunity to you guys to, because I know she has to leave probably around 9:30, so I want to try to get her in part of the game. So, Christy and Matthew, what exactly would you guys be looking for or wanting to sell? We'll probably kind of skip the role play of the market and just to save us a little bit of time. For the
Are there any arcane stores? Looking to see if I can obtain a couple of scrolls.
Okay.
And I'm just looking to sell stuff.
There are a couple of arcane stores. What scrolls are you looking for, Mulfin?
One is cancel.
Cancel. What level is that?
Cancel is level 3.
Level 3 spell scroll. Let me double check to see how much that would cost you.
And then the other one, I'm going to. Give me a second. I gotta
There it is.
pull it.
Dungeon Master's Guide.
I gotta pull up my copy of Xanathars because. There I am. Okay.
What rarity is a 3rd level spell scroll? Do you guys know?
I want to say it's either uncommon or rare.
Uncommon or rare?
I'm not sure though.
Yeah, I would say probably the cheapest you would find that for in Yartar would be like 1,500 gold pieces, Mulfin.
1,500.
I just
Mother
sent
of
you a
mercy.
list of items I'm selling, Michael.
Okay.
That might help.
1,500?
1,500.
Mother of mercy.
Yes.
How much would a level 2 go?
Level 2, you're probably looking more about like the 250 to 300 gold piece range.
Could do more Zentaran quests.
No, that's not at all. Let me just make sure. I think the other one was a level 2, but I can't remember the other one in Xanathars was another level 3. Yeah, okay, so there is another level 2 I was looking for as well. So I want to pick up a scroll of Misty Step if I can get one.
Misty Step, you find that one for 200 gold pieces. That's a level 2,
Okay.
correct?
Yep.
Yeah, that one you can find for about 200.
And how much would it cost me to get a decent set of noble-esque looking robes as I take out and put out the signet ring that I got from the merchant storehouse
Ooh,
of the one of the controlling families from Fireshear.
Oh, look at that. Bling bling. You could probably like you're looking around for these. You find like the perfect outfit for you, Mulfin. Like it just needs to be hemmed a little bit at the bottom to make sure that it's not like dragging your pant legs all around. But you know, noble clothing is all hand stitched, handmade, especially this kind of material. And it would probably cost you about 150 gold pieces to sport this outfit, get it hemmed, and get it set.
Mulfin trying to play the role is just going to hand them 200.
All right, nice. Yeah.
Throw a little extra coin at them to, you know.
They throw in this like extra element as you do that. It's kind of like this sash that sits over top of your shoulder, and it goes across your outfit, and it just adds an extra flair to you, makes you look even that much more important as you're wearing it. Moby's wondering where the heck you got all your money.
Unbeknownst to Moby,
know,
Wolfen
right?
did a little ship diving when he lit the giant ship on fire and walked out of there with over
I
1,100 silver and a couple of hundred gold.
I forgot about you just shoving all this gold into your bag.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah.
I forgot
I
about
thought that was party funds.
I don't think
Molf never told anyone.
he never told anybody about that. So he's
Uncle Muffin.
Uncle Muffin's living like a noble in Yartar right now. He's high rolling it. All right.
So is Callista, but
No, Callista's got a bunch of money too. Yeah. Where did you? Did you send me that list in Discord?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
This is just what you're selling. Is that what you?
Yep.
Okay. Golden necklace plus bracelet. Where'd you get those?
I think that was back in Nightstone.
Oh my goodness. We're going way back to chapter 1.
Yep.
You're challenging me here. 10 full gems from a giant helm. Oh my goodness.
And 5 gem shards.
Oh my goodness. The 10,
Why aren't we wearing these, Zos?
the 10 full gems, those were worth 100 gold apiece. So there's
How much a piece?
100. So
Okay,
there's there's 1,000 gold right there.
Okay.
The gem shards, you probably like get about 150 gold pieces for those, all 5.
Okay.
Gold locket from the giant. That was probably only worth about 25 gold pieces.
Okay.
Cloth of gold vestments. That was way back in Nightstone too, I think.
I think so.
You've been hoarding all this stuff.
I've just been waiting to find a good pound to sell this stuff.
Yeah, Yartar is a perfect place because it's a big city. They got just about anything you could want here. That you're gonna pay city prices for them if you buy. But yeah. Okay, yeah, you found that necklace, I think, in the keep. Yes, there it is. Okay, the necklace and the bracelet together get you 500 gold pieces.
Okay.
Jesus.
Callista's getting some. It's a shame she's not gambling.
It's a shame she's not a noble.
Oh, no, man. You're rolling in it. The gold vestments. Where were the gold vestments at?
I don't even remember where they were from. I just remember them being really cool.
Yeah. Let's see if I can find them. If not, I'll just kind of make you an offer on them for now, and if it's more or less, we can adjust later if we need to.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it might have been in that temple, but it may not be. I'm not sure. I'm all the way back to Nightstone here, revisiting the past.
I'm gonna hazard a guess and say gold vestments, maybe the ruler's bedroom.
I looked there. That was the necklace and the bracelet.
Okay.
I thought the vestments were like in the temple, like is the priest's vestments maybe. It's 5. There it is.
A necklace.
You know what? I don't really see it right now, Christy.
That's fine. That's fine. We can deal with it later.
When I stumble upon it, I will let you know. We'll say that you did cash it in, you did sell it, and then I'll get you a number.
Okay.
As soon as I can find it. Maybe during the break I'll be able to find it too.
Sure.
Cool. So yeah, you guys cash in. The rest of you end up heading to the Rosolio Manor, where Kamed is waiting for you. He greets you at the door as politely as he did the night before. He seems to be kind of a pretty nice guy as you guys walk in. He heads you. Welcome. It's so good to see you again. Just this way, and he starts to walk up the stairs and bids you to follow. As you guys follow along, he takes you into this one huge room, and it ends up being the noble's wardrobe, just like a huge walk-in closet area. It's bigger than most rooms that you would see at a house. And basically, on the one side, there are just hanging rows and rows of elegant dresses. Basically, any kind of dress that you can imagine that you would like to wear is located on these shelves. So Diana, what specific dress would you feel like Diana would be drawn to? Like what would she be wearing? What would she pick out from this? I will let you decide.
Oh my goodness. I think that she would want something definitely that was like white and gold because she's very like that's very much her aesthetic. She likes the angelic features of that. I think she would want something that was like a little bit like kind of like trees and leafy and like maybe like vines like wrapping around kind of.
Oh, yeah.
Like if she could have like just a flowing gold dress that like just kind of poofed out with pockets definitely. We're just creating this fantasy dress that like kind of was floofy, kind of ball gowny, and had like kind of like this decal that I have right here, except while it's black, it would be like golden and like and maybe like wrap around more, like drape over like down.
Maybe
her
even like
arms.
maybe like golden leaves like wrapped around the neck area maybe.
Yeah.
Oh,
Brilliant.
And also, this dress, as you pick it out, really on the hanger, there's actually a matching bag. There's no pockets, but there's a matching bag, a shoulder bag that goes with it, purse, if you will. See, but I call it a shoulder bag. But it's
I will
elegant.
take that.
It's elegantly decorated to match with also golden leaves on the outside of the bag itself.
Do I get a little piece? Do
Yeah,
I get a tiara?
yeah, absolutely. ComEd, he's like getting you all fitted and everything, and he places the tiara on your head as well, and he's like, oh, fantastic. And he's
Diana, you look like royalty.
Oh, you're gonna look even better. You're gonna be so beautiful.
And now Ashlyn, he shows you the same wardrobe, rows and rows of dresses, elegant, noble dresses.
I've never worn a dress before. So Ashlyn goes over to the pinkest, gaudiest, most 80s prom-like dress.
Yes.
Nice. So kind of, can you describe any details of this dress to us?
It's
as you
got
pick it out?
these sleeves that just puff up.
Oh, the
the
puffy
side of
sleeves on the side.
Yeah. And they go down to here. And then they're like, it cuts off in layers. So she's got these big poofy layers like on the bottom of her, like a cake.
Yeah, so it looks like a. So does it completely like go down to the floor, like covering your whole
Yeah.
legs? Yeah. So it's just looks
Yup.
like, so she kind of like looks like she hovers across the floor as she's walking on this. But yeah, it
You're
looks
like, sorry. I think you're like a beautiful fairy.
We are so going to clash on the dance floor.
Moby, ComEd, pleased with getting the girls ready and seeing that they're so satisfied, he kind of looks over to you and he's like, unfortunately, my friend, your selection is a little bit smaller. See,
Way to rub it in.
but well,
Thanks a lot,
and we may have
friend.
to do a little bit of hem work to get you fitted appropriately. But here is your selection, and there's not quite as big of a selection. It seems like it may be Desia's son's wardrobe area, closet area. It's not as gaudy or as impressive as Desire herself's side of the wardrobe. But you can see that there are some simple, noble attire. What kind of thing would Moby look for as he's kind of searching through the clothing?
If anyone's seen Seinfeld, when Jerry wears that puffy shirt, that's, that's what
Oh my god.
Nice. So you're wearing kind of like a puffier shirt. Does it have like ruffles on it at the ends of the sleeves or anything like that, or is it like?
You know it does.
Yeah.
Like a poet shirt.
Yeah, like a. And yeah, you get yourself.
And I actually do need a top hat to cover my hair because it's got bones sticking out of it.
Oh yeah. He carefully takes probably the largest top hat that he can find on the shelf, and just slowly he gets about halfway down, and it kind of gets stuck a little bit. So he goes like this, and he starts hitting the top of it down over your head, and it eventually goes dunk right down over your head. At first, it kind of covers your eyes a little bit, but then he pushes it up in the front, and you can see out through there. And he's like, "Sir, perhaps some makeup? You look a little pale."
All right. Hit me with it. Mascara me up.
Okay, he walks over and starts going through this box, opens this thing, and he's got this big, fluffy, like soft, almost looks like a sponge of some sort, but he starts like patting it down on this this part, and all this like peach-colored smoke and haze just starts to erupt from this makeup that he's just like pounding onto this thing. And he just takes it and just starts going onto your face, and just starts spreading it all around and stuff. And giving
I instantly like flinch.
Yeah.
And he starts to layer you up with some makeup to get rid of some of the effects of the Shadowfell on your life, Moby. And as
The whole month of it.
Yeah, the whole month of it, yeah. And as you guys are standing, as you guys are standing next to each other, he stands there, and he's like, "Wow, you guys all look stunning, absolutely stunning." And he kind of takes pride in his ability to get you guys all situated and making you guys all happy in your clothing. He hemmed up your pants and everything, Moby, so you're not like dragging them on the ground as well. And you guys look stunning. So you guys are set. During this time, Lachlan's headed to the docks. It took him some time to get there. Lachlan, you can see you arrived sometime just after lunch. It doesn't seem like the line has started yet, but you do see that the Grand Dame is currently docked. You see that there's a couple guards standing at the bottom, seem to be heavily armored and armed, as they are standing there, kind of guarding this ramp that leads up. And the line looks like it forms with like a velvet rope to board. And you can see that there are other guards kind of moving along the ship, and it looks like there's some people like also looking up. Some other members of the crew kind of like washing and kind of getting things ready for the next voyage to happen this evening. Other than that, if you wanted to do anything else at this time, Lachlan, you could. Or we could just kind of fast forward a little bit to when you get to your point in line.
Yeah.
If that's what you would like to do.
Sounds good.
All right. So eventually a line starts to form. Mainly common people seem to kind of start to form. Lachlan, would you want to be towards the front of the line, the middle of the line, or the back of the line?
I'll be towards the front.
Okay. So after about 3 people kind of get there, they're the early birds, the ones that really want to get this job. So they show up, and Lachlan, you kind of squeeze yourself into the midst of there. Now, Lachlan, question for you. Would you be wearing your armor and have all of your equipment with you to try to get this employment opportunity, or would you have stashed
armor and weapons would be in my pack,
Okay. Because as you are walking towards the line, you can hear that one of the guards is continuously yelling out these statements, as if he's constantly yelling that no weapons are permitted aboard the Grand Dame.
I have the bag of holding, so I'm gonna hide all my weapons in the bag of holding.
Okay, so you're stashing them away in the bag of holding. And you're standing there, and you realize that the line is starting to turn into a mob at the back after waiting for about 30 to 45 minutes.
Glad I got here early.
There's like this, what was a quiet line has started into this like uproar of people like in the back of the line. Like you hear people, "Hey, he's cutting!" And you're like people are like trying to kind of establish themselves in the line.
I'm standing wide so nobody can cut.
Okay, standing as wide as a gnome can.
Yeah.
yeah. You feel like the pressure of people like pushing on you. It's kind of like being in a concert, you know, and the main group is about to get on. You can start to feel that push from behind you as you're up towards the front, and you can see that an individual with two of these other guards, these armored guards, starts walking down the ramp towards you, towards the line. And he's looking up and down the line, and
I want to like smooth out my hair a little bit and stand up straight.
And this man, he's kind of he just has that charisma about him. It looks like this guy must be somebody important as he's walking down, and everybody else in the line, like maybe some of the people that have been employed by this ship before, are starting to kind of get themselves gathered up. You know, they're straightening out their shirt. You know, they're trying to stand straight up and trying to be good for this man. And he kind of stands up. He's halfway down the ramp. And he's like, "All right, everybody, calm yourselves. Inspection starts now. You know what we're looking for. We need kitchen staff, trained cooks. We also need wait staff, plenty of them. We need some fine dealers for our card games. We're looking for also male and female escorts for our fine nobles." And he's like just shouting all this stuff like out there. Like it's just like he's like laying it down. And it just like seems like he just does this every day. Like this is just what he does. And he starts walking down, and you can hear some of the people from behind you saying, "Oh, that's Captain Storn. He can be quite critical." You know, you can hear them kind of like whisper this all around you, as this must be the ship's captain. And he starts walking down with these individuals, and you can see that he stops by the first person, kind of gives them a look over, and says, "Oh yes, this will be fine," and sends the individual up the ramp with a guard. The guard's kind of like checking him out. Everybody's getting like kind of like a brief pat down to make sure that no one has anything that they shouldn't be taking aboard the ship, and moves over to the second person as the cat walks by my nice video. Thank you, cat.
I have a deck of
Plus one follower
cards.
for the cat.
You have a deck of cards?
Yeah, that I've had all along, and I want to kind of just pull out and like do some like cool shuffle tricks while I'm waiting, just to kind of show off that I'm
Okay.
valuable.
Excellent. Make a performance check for me.
Oh no.
Please tell me you have proficiency with gaming tools.
Yeah, do you have proficiency in gaming tools?
I have gaming +6.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, you're kind of shuffling them along. You don't drop any cards, but the deck doesn't come into perfect, like, it's not a perfect, as you're kind of, and you have to kind of like stick them together really quick before you do your next, like.
That doesn't have the +6 on it.
That's a performance check, though.
Okay.
You know what? Go ahead. I'll let you add the +6 since it has dealing with cards on it. So you would have an 18. So yeah, you're pretty much doing an excellent thing. And he eventually gets you. He accepted the first person, but turned down the second two in line. And you could see like the guy right in front of you like started being, "But I need this money to support my family." And you see the guard just like drags him away, off to the side, and he doesn't keep up a fuss too much and just kind of walks back into the city. The captain seems to walk up to you, and he's like, "Seem to be pretty proficient with those cards there." He's like, "Do you know the game Dragon Slayer?"
Do I know the game Dragon Slayer? Huh. Do I know the game Dragon Slayer?
You probably wouldn't, but you can make a deception check if you'd like to make him.
Who doesn't know
believe.
Dragon Slayer?
I'd
Everybody
like to
knows
give
Dragon
him my
Slayer.
DM's information. No, he has it. Okay.
Oh, he has it, but you could give it to him if you
I'll give him an extra one.
A 22.
I'm probably not gonna use it.
Ugh,
He didn't need it.
well, I see that you might be good in the casino. And he looks at his guard next to him. He's like, "Get this guy's name, put him in the casino for the evening. He'll serve us well." And he kind of starts and he walks to the next person, and the guard's kind of like, name? Name. Excuse me.
Oh, you're talking to me?
Card, yes. Card dealer. Name.
Oh, you're talking to the guy behind me. I'm Bachlan. Nice to meet you.
Bachlan.
Bachlan.
Yeah, this is the guard talking to you. He kind of writes down your name, and he's like, this
Yeah.
way. And you, he kind of bids his way to the other guard, who's waving you kind of up the ramp. Moby Spangle Midget, yeah. Using Moby's name.
That would be awesome.
So you make your way up the ramp, and they another guard kind of escorts you towards the casino area. I'm going to go ahead, take you guys all over to what this looks like, and hopefully you'll be able to see it. I'm hoping that the map will load correctly for you guys. If you zoom out a little bit, you should be able to see an area that's revealed towards the middle of the screen.
Yeah.
Okay, the casino area, I'm going to shift ping it for you, Lachlan, as you're... let me get this set up so I can shift ping it for you. In this area with all these tables. And the minute you walk in, you can see that there is a large table that's set up at the back with this, what it looks like to be a golden-plated statue of a golden goose at the back. There's a set of spiral staircases that lead upstairs, and all these tables set up all around that looks like they are set up specifically for gambling and for card games and such. You're kind of standing there waiting for other people to get aboard. It seems like they're going to have some kind of meeting for all the people in a different area of the areas of the ship. What would you be doing in the meantime as people are gathering around? You just kind of sitting down, making yourself comfortable, or is there anything that you would like to do?
Yeah, I want to find a... actually, I want to snoop around a little and get a lay of the land.
Okay. Like on the other areas of the ship?
Yeah, just to make sure I can get a sense of like where exits are and
Okay. I would think yeah. You where would you like to go first? Because you're going to have just a limited amount of time to do this. So
Sure. I want to kind of start to peek up these stairs a little bit.
Okay. You kind of go up those spiral staircases. You do notice that whenever you get up to the top, there's an elegant ballroom set up at the top. And you can see that on the one side there is a stage area that has several musical instruments. Here, I'm going to reveal it. If you go to the right a little bit, you'll be able to see. There's a stage at the back with a red curtain kind of across what looks maybe opens up into a back room or hallway back there. The silver areas are the doorways that lead out to the outer railings of the ship itself.
Got it.
But there's these elegant chandeliers that hang from this area, and this looks like where all the dancing happens. This is the place where people go down to go to boogie with some professional minstrels.
Cool. And I guess then I just want to find a table where I can get a good view of who would be going up and down stairs and that goose and everything. Kind of settle in.
Okay, excellent. All right. Anybody else doing anything before you guys prepare to make your way? Callista, yes, you can do that to make sure that Cleo and Deshara, you guys end up finding Deshara and to take care of your baby griffins.
Yeah, I don't want them anywhere near that ship.
Ordeal. And also, Moby, Diana, and Ashlyn, because you're dressed as nobles, you are not currently wearing your armor.
I don't wear armor anyway. That's fine.
Neither do I.
Okay? So, definitely not plate mail or any chain mail or anything like that. You wouldn't be able to...
Okay.
I would say if you had like the right attire on, you could probably put leather armor underneath it and get away with it. But anything more than that would probably be difficult.
Alright, I do have a request though. I would like to slip a dagger into my hair and cover that with the top hat. I just nestle it in the middle.
Okay. All right.
This is a dagger that Lachlan gave me back in the shadow though.
Oh
Okay,
yeah.
ComEd the butler kind of asks you guys if you need him to come along with you before you left. Did you guys
Sure.
accept his invitation, or?
I love
Yes.
you, Conrad. You're so nice.
I mean, I would say that if we show up looking, with the butler of the woman that we're trying to not be associated with, so we can find out who doesn't like her,
Good point.
Oh,
one would talk to
yeah.
us.
That's a good point.
Although Conrad's really nice.
Comet
He
is
would
so
dance with
nice,
me.
but we can't use him
Wait.
here.
Okay.
What if we give him a makeover?
Put a mustache on him.
could
Mustache and
work.
glasses.
It could work.
Will it look weird if we don't have a butler with us, Michael?
No, no
No.
one here is
Most of
have
the time, the
their
butlers
friend.
stay home and take care of the household. He would probably have to put some noble attire on as well and try to deceive them into thinking that he's a noble as well.
No,
Okay.
this is what he really wants. He really wants to join us and dress up like a noble. I see through you. No.
no, my dear. I will stay here. I don't want to jeopardize the mission.
Okay.
And so,
Okay, we'll miss you.
all right.
I'm gonna minor illusion mustache on his face. Just as we're leaving.
Nice.
Oh, like pencil thin, like Mexican cartel drug dealer.
Nice.
Aw.
As ComEd walks away with a minor illusion to mustache on his face. You guys are free to do what you would like. Molfin and Callista, were you guys going to head back to the Rosolio household, or were you guys just going to meet them at the dock area?
Yeah, I guess meet him at the dock area.
Okay. All right. So you guys make your way.
I'm keeping my cloak up the entire time. I don't want anyone even noticing I'm drow.
Okay. And you guys are headed to.
And
the
Michael,
docks.
do we? The player can't remember. I'm hoping that Molvin does. What was the family name for that? The people who, the family that owned that warehouse in Fireshare.
Somebody burned down. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure they told.
Oh my goodness.
Sarvin told us,
Oh.
didn't he?
Yeah, it's if not, it's. I know it's one of the three like controlling member groups of the city. I just couldn't remember which one.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't a member of
Oh,
the
was it?
controlling groups. It was just kind of like a more well-off family there.
Is it the Mirth Brooks or something?
Yeah, that was it. Mirth Brooks.
Mirthbrook.
Yep, Mirth
Thank
Brooks.
you.
Mm-hmm. Good one, MG. Thank you.
Send some notes.
Somebody's taking some notes. I missed that note. Awesome. So yeah, Mirth Brooks. So you guys head to, and you guys can already see that several nobles have already started to line up next to this velvet rope, and you can see that there are a couple of guards kind of just waiting for the final invite to be boarded on the Grand Dame. You can see that there are several people walking around the ship. It looks like wait staff that are dressed up in fancy attire, going around, kind of getting things ready to go about. Lachlan, you were given specific instructions that whatever bets were made and whatever is made, even tips to you, are property of the Grand Dame, and you will receive your payment upon return of the ship, which the payment for good work in an evening is 5 gold pieces.
All right.
And they also let you know you also met who seems to be the person in charge of dishing out all the chips, the golden geese, a female by the name of I had it right here. Where is it? Pao Ming. A female by the name of Pao Ming. I'm gonna put her picture up here on the video. If you guys can see that picture right there, it's kind of dark.
Yeah.
But that's what she looks like, Lachlan.
Cool.
She doesn't smile very much. Doesn't seem to be, but she has this bag that looks very similar to one that you guys carry next to her. And that seems to be where she reaches in and she pulls out several golden geese and then puts them back in. You think perhaps that this is where she keeps all the gold pieces and she this is where the transactions happen between the exchange rate between the golden geese and the actual gold pieces.
Got it.
But the rate for this evening is every 10 gold pieces is 1 golden goose. So 1 token is equal to 10 gold pieces.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, we forgot to ask for gamble. Crap.
And as you
I'll
guys
make half a golden goose for all of my work.
Yeah, basically.
Wow.
But for these common people who are employed, that's
Great.
a lot of
It's
money.
an honor.
To a noble, that's just like, yeah, whatever. I'll throw that out there. Okay, so as you guys head towards the docks, you can see that a line is already formed. And about a third of the way through the line, you guys notice that there is a woman standing in the line wearing an elegant purple dress. Long black hair that kind of gets curly after it just leaves the bottom of her earlobes as it goes down to about the middle of her back. You can see that she's wearing a nice glimmering bracelet on her left arm. And
I have an idea.
And she just looks really dashing and attractive. And you can see that there are about 3 or 4 noble men behind her, kind of doing that whole kind of talking about her behind. And you can see that she looks back and gives a little giggle and a smile back at them, and just kind of
Is she
turns
human?
back around.
Do you think that's the
yes,
rain riddle?
Appears to be. As you guys kind of approach, you can see that she has several people in line ahead of you as you guys make your way to the line.
I have an idea. Do you guys trust me? Okay, good. All right. I run up to her.
You're up to as you're running by, you can feel this pressure as you just sense that people are giving you snooty, dirty looks as you're kind of walking past them.
Oh well, whatever. I don't. I go,
You
Callista, is that you? I haven't seen you in years.
She just kind of looks towards you and says, no, I'm sorry, you must have me mistaken for someone else.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I do, but you look so pretty in that dress.
Well, thank you. Well, thank you. It's a one of a kind. You look fantastic as well.
Oh, thank you. This is my first time in a dress. Where'd you get it from?
Oh, I got it from when I spent some time in Neverwinter.
Well, you seem super nice. This is my first time here. Can you tell me anything about the ship?
Oh, you're new in the area?
Yeah, I just moved in.
You just moved. Where are you from?
Fireshire.
Fireshire, as a cattail hits me in the face. It's hard to roleplay a female noble woman with a cat in your face. But she's like, oh, Fireshire. Isn't that a pretty tough community to be involved in?
No, not if you're noble like us.
Right. Right. I see.
What's your name? I didn't get it. Mine's Diana.
Oh, my name's Italia. It's nice to make your acquaintance, Diana.
Nice to meet yours.
Diana? Oh, and she reaches out and shakes your hand. She's got these long purple gloves on that go to about just under her elbow as she shakes your hand.
Oh, gloves? Should I have worn them too? This is so fancy. Such a country bumpkin.
Oh yeah, well, it just matches the rest of my attire. And, when you're a single young noble looking for, attention, this is what you do.
Wonderful.
Callista's like, ah.
Well, I'm so sorry to mistake you for someone else, but I hope to run into you inside, okay?
Oh, yeah, it's gonna be great. It'll be a lot of fun.
Thank you very much.
I love to play Sava, so I'll be in there if you'd like to play a little bit.
Wonderful. I'll meet up with you, definitely.
Oh, great. So we'll see you aboard.
Yep, see you aboard.
Mm-hmm.
And I go back to the group and I'm like, her name is Italia.
Natalia? Okay.
I think that's the smartest thing Ashlyn's ever done in her entire life.
Where did
Good
she
job,
say she was
Ashlyn.
from?
She said her dress was from Neverwinter, though. I don't know where she is from.
Okay, well, that's something. Dress is from Neverwinter. And what
She
else did
likes
she
to
say?
play Sava.
Alright. Noted.
Right. So as you guys are standing
About-
in line,
Sorry, how long approximately until we board?
like
Do we
right-
know?
Yeah, it's like right now. Like you can see.
Okay, I'm gonna shapeshift into a spider
Okay.
and crawl on Diana's dress, I guess.
All right, calling
Hello.
in Dinah's dress. Hello, there's a spider. And basically, just to expedite
Spider
this
boo.
this part, I need all of you to make we're gonna do a group deception check here. As
Do I need
I use
to?
my advantage.
Callista, you do not.
Okay.
Everybody has advantage because you had taken the time to dress up as a noble. But this guy probably has never seen you before, and that could possibly raise some suspicion. So let's see how the group does on a group deception check with advantage, as you're going to.
Jesus, guys, what the heck?
Okay, well, let's.
What the heck?
Oh, I'm a nat 20.
I have an at 20.
Okay, lucky
You're
for
the nat
you,
20.
lucky for all you, the DC was only 10. There was an awkward look as Ashlyn's dress seems to be a little bit outdated. As she's headed towards they kind of give her he kind of gives them an awkward look and then just says, whatever. It just lets you guys board together.
She's
And,
a girl, they let it slide.
Oh yeah, and you guys make your way up the ramp, and basically the ramp just kind of dumps you out onto the side here, and you have guards kind of leading you in the direction of the door in the back of this main deck. Now, it seems like you don't have to go that way. They kind of just let the nobles kind of just do what they want as they get on board. But as you get on, like almost immediately, a young waiter comes up to you and is just like, "Appletini?"
Yes.
Okay.
Whatever.
So- Oh,
Thank you.
And you just take it right off the tray, and he's just like, "Oh, good day," and he just walks on. Doesn't ask for any money or anything as he just walks by.
Fabulous!
No. Clink, clink. Oh, Diana. Clink, clink.
Everybody, go ahead and make a perception check.
I'm much better at that, I think.
Let's get some
Oh,
music going here.
gosh.
Let's
What's
see.
wrong with me?
This might be it.
Diana's confused by the appearance of another Diana.
I know.
Ooh, Michael,
are
I
you?
forgot to ask something. Could I have the Raven just circling the ship as it's going
Absolutely.
along the
Yep.
river?
Yes.
Thank you.
That can be done. You guys can start hearing some music start playing from upstairs, as it seems like some minstrels have started to kick off some music upstairs. I don't remember the music sounding like this from what I picked out, but hey, we're gonna go with it. Ashlyn, you immediately notice that Lachlan is sitting behind one of the tables, shuffling a deck of cards, preparing to invite some nobles to his table.
I go up and I sit at the table.
Oh, you're sitting at the table with Lachlan across from you.
Hello there, milady.
Hi, you stranger.
A wink.
God.
You wait.
It's role play.
And Diana,
Role play
you're
stuff.
walking in. You guys also notice that Atalia has walked in, and she has sat down at one of the Sava tables. And it looks like an older noble man has sat down across from her. And the person I was describing to Lachlan earlier, this Pao Ming, kind of walked up, and you can see that they had given her a bunch of gold pieces, and in return, she had handed them stacks of these golden geese. And she appears walking around. She walks up to you, Diana. She's like, "The exchange rate this evening is 10 gold pieces per golden geese. Are you in?"
Perhaps in an hour or so, I'd like to have more refreshments.
Oh, fair enough. and she just kind of points back to where this large golden goose sculpture is, and there's just like glasses of fine wine like just sitting there all around there. Please indulge. And she walks away, walks to Moby. Golden geese, 10 gold pieces per token. Are you in?
No, but I will take a peach schnapps. Thank you.
Yeah. Just fair enough. When one of the wait staff rolls by, go ahead and just flag them down. They'll get you one.
Beautiful.
And it doesn't look like she's interested in just like hanging around. She's just going from person to person, like trying to get this exchange of golden geese and money involved. Very stern look on her face, not much expression. Walks up to the table with Lachlan and Ashlyn. Exchange rate 10 gold pieces per golden goose.
I will have 6 of them.
6 of them. Fair enough. That's 60 gold, and she gets 6 out of this bag.
Very good choice, milady.
Thank you.
It sets them down. Lachlan, they had started you out with about 20 golden geese.
Nice.
And they said that you'd have to stop your games and come back up to Pao Ming to get some more for the dealers. This cat, I tell you.
It's adorable.
It wants to gamble too.
I know. At my new place, like I don't have a door to like lock her out, so so she just keeps on jumping up on the table. But yeah, you guys are hooked up with some golden geese. Well, Ashlyn is, and you guys are aboard. It's starting to get relatively crowded. It seems to be about 30 to 35 nobles have boarded, and they're just kind of perusing around. Eventually, you guys see that the ramps are lifted from the dock, and the sun's last light kind of drifts over in the distance to the sunset, and you guys feel the lurch of the ship move out from the docks as the employees and that were hired to do all the rowing duty downstairs are starting to row this massive massive casino ship up the river. And right now is probably going to be the best time for us to take a break because it's 9:37. I know, Diana, you wanted to kind of stick around and get to enjoy this. I'll leave it up to you. I know you got to work in the morning, so it'll be totally up to you.
I can't do 11. I can't.
Okay.
Not 11. Honestly, I don't even know about 10. I'm gonna go. I wrote a little paragraph about how I think that she would behave, just like floating around.
Okay, let us know. Yeah, you gonna let us know right now, or are you gonna post it in the Discord?
I mean, sure. I can just for what's it knowledge? I guess for audience knowledge.
Okay.
Diana would just go around and chat to people and keep an eye on the Savant table. She might see Lachlan and be like, "Huh?" And I think she would try to play Savant at some point, and I think that Ashlyn has access to my character sheet.
Yeah.
So if Diana finds her I have access to yours. Hey, girl.
Yeah.
Okay, I can give Sarah access to your character sheet, so that way.
Okay,
if you wanted
but
to
she
play a
would
game.
just keep Callista in her boobs and try and play Savant.
Okay, gotcha.
I promise you, she's not staying there the whole night.
Crawl into her ear and start chewing on things.
Oh, funny.
Yeah.
All right.
And
Well, go ahead.
her name is Genevieve Callista Ashelin Velour.
Oh God.
Okay, type that out for us.
Okay.
Here's my cat again. Come on, cat. Seriously. Go eat or something.
There it is. I found it when she put it in earlier.
Awesome.
Yes.
Guinevere Callista Shara. That's awesome. That's a very noble name. Awesome.
It's
All right.
Ashelin. Ashlyn.
Ashelin.
Ashelin.
Yes. Nice. Ashelin.
And then I also have my list of notes that I've taken from everything that has to do with the quest that we are currently on that
that Diana would just have on
Okay.
hand.
All right, cool. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and take our 5 to 7 minute break, everybody. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is episode 37. We are in season 3 tonight. This is our season 3 premiere. We are dressed as nobles for this. So we're going to take a little bit of a break, and we'll be right back and see how our adventurers do aboard this ship as dressed up as nobles. And we'll see how this goes. We got nobles, a spider, and a card dealer as part of our group for tonight. So this is going to be great. So we'll be back, and if you guys will stick with us, we'll be back in about 5 to 7. So we'll see you soon.
Bye.
welcome back, everybody. This is episode 37 of Storm King's Thunder, right here at Proficiency Bonus. I'm going to take just a moment to readjust some of our cameras. Zos couldn't stay with us for the rest of the episode. She's got to get up relatively early in the morning, so we will miss her for the remainder of the episode. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to adjust some of our videos. As we're doing that, some of our characters wanted to know if they could have got some of their equipment on board as they were sneaking on. So I'm going to have them make a sleight of hand check. The DC for this is 13 in order to get the desired items aboard. Now, you wouldn't be able to, as my cat approaches again. Come here.
Couldn't sneak your cat on
Come
board.
here. I could never sneak my cat on board. Sorry, kitty.
Oh.
Bye, kitty. Go away. Wow, Ashlyn, what exactly were you sneaking aboard?
I pretending I feel like a sprained foot, so I'm hobbling on a walking stick.
Okay.
I haven't marked. I have inspiration from the end of last week, so I'm going to burn that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm doing that as
Okay.
well. I'll wait for Matthew to roll though.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh yeah. Yes, you are good to go. You
Just
are-
got 3 items with me. My walking stick, aka the quarterstaff with my arcane focus in it.
Now,
My
Callista,
my
since
spellbook and the
she
dagger.
wild shaped, all of her gear is currently on her person
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
because
yeah.
because it becomes part of her as she wild shapes. So she didn't have any problem getting her gear on there.
Okay.
See if I got a Diana portrait already set. Yes,
I have lots
do.
of weapons on me, actually.
Yeah.
I have a dagger, so if they
Inspiration.
can't get it on.
Inspiration DC 13. You used it and
Nice.
you got it. So not only were you able to sneak in the dagger in your hat, but you were able to have the cloak. You had the cloak situated as like a little noble cape on your back.
Nice.
It looked like a cape as you wore it in. You tucked like the hood underneath and made it look just like this dashing cape.
Like I would
Lucky
be
shirt.
able to wear a ring,
Okay.
right? Because it
Mhm.
says I have a ring.
What's that?
It says I have a ring of water walking. Like no one's.
Yeah,
gonna
you
touch the ring, right?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, it just looks like jewelry.
Yeah, just looks
Okay.
like, yeah, it looked like a nice ring.
You don't need to sneak that on. Yeah, it's already on you.
It has like it's like waves or like splashing water like carved into it. I think is the way that looks.
Okay, so it just looks glory.
I
Okay.
just remembered Callista has the necklace of fireballs.
Oh yeah.
Yes. It looks really nice too while you wear it. So it's awesome. All
Is
right.
that the one that looks like dragon fangs?
No, it has these like individual like I can find it.
Doesn't
It
it look
looks
like
like
the
Dragon
fire?
it looks like
The
like
little orange balls hanging
little
down.
yeah. It has these 4
Oh, like
orange
Dragon Ball Z?
balls. Yeah, kind of like Dragon Ball Z. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Yeah, it looks kind of cool. But
That's
yeah,
another thing I can sell
and
them.
Torello going on.
Oh, and I left Ferguson at the hotel because I didn't want him to get hurt.
okay, yeah, that's fine. You guys can totally do that. Here it is. I'm gonna try to show you the picture. See that necklace?
Oh, it is Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I remember right, yours only has 4 of those dangling from it.
Yeah.
Yours in particular. So, yeah, that's what that looks like. Cool.
Cool.
So, as you guys are enjoying some beverages, Lachlan is sitting at his table, and 3 other nobles sit down next to Ashlyn. And one of them sets down a coin, one of the golden geese. It's an older gentleman. It looks like his wife has joined him as they sit down on the other side of the table. And a younger noble gentleman sits down next to Ashlyn and kind of just looks at her and gives her a little smile, and then looks towards the dealer, Bachlin. And
Okay.
asked the guy deals in he'd like to play a game of Kobold's Knuckles.
Kobold's Knuckles, huh?
Mm-hmm. And during your training session before the ship, Kobold's Knuckles is kind of like playing a game of blackjack.
Okay.
Okay, if you were to compare it to a game that we have here, and basically the players play against the house, not each other, and just as many players can play at the same time. So Ashlyn has sat down. Moby, what would you be doing this time? Are you just kind of like walking around having some beverages?
As soon as the ship departed, I would have got my peach schnapps and then started to kind of scout out the layout of the ship.
Okay.
Listen to people talk, moving along,
Okay.
just so I know all the exits, just in case.
Okay, gotcha. So as you're doing that, these other nobles start putting down their golden geese in the center as well, like counting them as in. Like this one golden geese is like the initial bet to get yourself into the game.
I put down one.
So Ashlyn puts down one of her 6. Lachlan, are you putting in one for the house as well?
Of course.
Yes, the house
course.
deals in. Now, here's what I
House
need you
deals.
guys to do as Lachlan begins to prepare putting these cards out. So you've all made your minimum of 1 golden goose bet. Each player is going to roll a d6 in the open. And then I would like you to whisper a d4 roll to me. So you can see it and I can see it, but the rest of the people can't see it.
I don't think I know how to do that.
Okay, if you type in a /GM roll
Okay.
and then do 1d4, it will just send it to me so you and I can see it.
Okay.
That way our viewers
Now-
at home can see what you guys are whispering to me as well.
Okay.
As the
Okay,
house, do I
I'll
have to
undo
roll as well?
As a house, you do have to roll in because Ashlyn is trying to beat you. The goal of this game is to get 10. So instead of 21 in blackjack, the goal is to get 10.
Uh-huh.
And
Do you know one word, Matthew? Is GM roll one word?
yes,
One
it
word.
is.
Okay.
/GM roll.
Okay. So
Okay,
I roll
so
one
rolling in
d6.
the open and then doing a GM roll?
Yeah, the D6 is in the open, and the GM roll is the D4.
Well, I know who's winning this one.
I love this.
Oops.
All
Nice
right.
try.
Why the hell did I do that?
That's okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You're fine. So now the others are around you. The other 3 nobles, you guys are going to be able to see their D6 in the open. So here's the first noble sitting next to Ashlyn is showing a 5. The older noble is showing a 3, and his wife is showing a 3 as well
Aha.
as they are preparing. So it seems like Ashlyn is showing a 5 as well. And the dealer is only showing a 1. So what happens now is this is an opportunity for people to even receive another D4 in secret to try to get closer to 10. If you get
Okay.
over 10 on that D4, then you basically bust and you're out of the winnings.
Okay.
You can stop like at 8 or 9 to get close and see if you're the closest, and then you would take the winnings. But
Okay.
it's either 10. The goal is to get 10 or close,
But not above.
but not above.
But
As soon
not
as you go
above,
above, it's like getting 22 in blackjack. You're done.
Yep.
Okay.
So right now, if you feel like you got a good hand, you could up the ante and put in another golden goose or 2. If
Just
you feel
that
strong
two I
about it.
rolled. Yeah.
But let me GM roll these other 3 nobles really quick so our fans at home can see this. Alrighty. This is
Matt, you're muted.
fantastic. I'm muted?
No, Matthew was.
Oh, Matthew was? Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I'm cheating. I'm not taking place in this game, so I'm watching on the stream like all our viewers are.
Yeah, as long as you're not taking place in the game, that's fine.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Gotta not look at that monitor.
Don't look at that monitor. And I'm going to go ahead and roll the other D4.
Oh my god, he rolled a 93! Not a D4! How'd he do that?
My goodness. Okay, so the younger noble next to Ashlyn is looking around, looking at his cards, like peering under them. And he goes and he reaches and gets another golden goose token and sets it in the pile. And tries to, and looks at everybody else like, I'll raise you one.
I thought we were playing against the house, not against each other.
Well, yeah, I mean, well, you're all playing as a big group. Everybody's eligible to raise, to try to knock you guys out. So that way, like if you were to fold, if you thought he had a better hand, you could fold, and it'd be he's taking you out of the contest. Basically, is what he's trying to do.
I've got a 7. Oh, here's got a 5. I'll stand for funsies.
Excellent choice, lady. Dealer's in too.
All right. So there's 8 golden geese. The female noble decides she just pushes her cards back to the center and removes herself. But the older noble sitting on the other side decides to go ahead and put another golden goose in as well. So now there is 9 golden geese in the pile in the middle for the taking. And now this is the part where the dealer looks to everybody and asks them if they'd like to pick another card.
Would you like to pick another card?
Yes.
All right, Ashlyn, go ahead and GM roll another D4 and add it to your total.
Ashlyn.
There's another secret D4.
Yes, another secret D4. Oh, Ashlyn with a 4.
Oh no.
I think that puts you at 11, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so Ashlyn, after adding them up, you get really frustrated. And you realize that you have gone over the number you were targeted for. Is it math? And Ashlyn, how would you react as you how would you
I would not.
as a
Yeah.
So Lachlan the house pulls in another one. That's good. The noble next to Ashlyn, the younger noble, just kind of like waves at you like he's gonna stay. And the old noble is kind of like looking suspiciously over towards the guy next to him and says, "Go ahead, give me another."
Here you go, sir.
So we're gonna GM roll his to see how he does. He like slides over the card, he looks underneath, and then sets it down, and then he looks over and he's like, he grabs another golden goose, and he sets it down. I call, and he looks over to the noble and looks over at you, Lachlan.
I want to look over at the other, the younger noble first.
Okay, go ahead and make an insight check, Lachlan.
Alrighty.
He's got a pretty good poker face as he reaches for another golden goose and puts it in.
I will also take a golden goose and join them.
All right. So there's 12 golden geese there.
This is more money than I've ever had.
And they call, and the older man flips over his, and he has 9 showing with his 3 cards. And then the younger noble is like, and he throws down his cards, and he only had 8 showing with his. And then they look towards you.
I guess I have to flip my cards, huh?
Yeah, you can flip them. What would you like to do?
Can I roll again, or is that...
You can try to make a deception check to replace a card.
Oh, heck yeah.
Oh, this is the one thing Calista would be proud about.
Oh, wow. Wow. Yeah. So, Lachlan, you flip over your cards, and somehow you were able to like slip in. Since these were your cards, you had them shuffled in ways that you knew exactly where the numbers were going to line up for you, and you found a way to sneak these cards, and you flip them over, and you have a perfect 10 showing
I'm gonna
on
get
yours.
killed.
And the older noble's like, "Oh my goodness!" and he sets down his cards, kind of right in front of you, and slides them to you. And you now collect for the house 12 golden geese, the equivalent of 120 gold pieces.
Damn.
Actually, just sitting there
Well
like,
played, gentlemen. Well played.
really?
No. The wife kind of like nudge her noble husband. Let's go do some dancing, and they both get up from the table and they head back up. The
I
younger,
know that Lachlan did that.
go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay.
Yes, you saw both.
Okay.
You saw
I look
both.
at him. I look at him and I go, "Really? You made me lose 20."
I wink. And I want to whisper, I got you.
Okay.
The younger noble is like still sitting there, and he looks up. Do you know him?
No, I just think he's an okay dealer guy. What's your name?
Oh, my name is Benjamin. What is yours?
Oh, Benjamin. Pleasure to meet you. Maybe you can go get me another appletini?
Make a persuasion check with advantage, because you're wearing a nice, elegant dress, Ashlyn. Sure. I'll be right back.
Okay, I leave and go out to the porch patio area.
Okay. All right. All right. So she's out there. You're kind of watching the moonlight kind of glisten off of the river water.
Isn't that one of the places we were supposed to check was the outside railing area? Anyone else?
I think I remember Diana saying something about that, like them
It's
going
just a
outside.
place where the young nobles go to
to
get
neck.
better acquainted with each other.
Get some
Oh, I
alone
don't want to go
time.
there. No.
Okay.
But I don't
Can-
think Diana's told us what they did.
Can I
Actually,
crawl
no,
out of
we're all there.
Diana's chest and
Sure.
try and look?
Yeah. What would you like to look for?
I want to see if I can see that woman in purple.
Okay, go ahead and first of all, since you're a spider, I would say
Yeah.
go ahead and make a stealth check with advantage.
Okay. This will also be a +3 because spiders have stealth.
Okay,
No.
excellent.
So that's 15.
That's pretty good. Yeah, you're able to kind of crawl out of Diana's dress and start making your way around the room. I
want to go on the wall, so I'm not going to get stepped on.
Okay, yeah, you could kind of crawl up the wall, kind of find a good spot in the corner of the room.
Yeah.
Using all 8 of your eyes, like looking around the room.
Yes.
It's like looking through a kaleidoscope. You see all these different areas. You go ahead and you can make a perception check with your spider form. While she's doing that, Molfin, is there anything in particular you'd be doing?
Mulfa wants to find a nice quiet corner within a reasonable distance from the Sava table.
Okay.
And once he looks around to make sure he's alone, he's just going to close his eyes and ritualistically cast Detect Magic.
Oh, okay. Well, rolling all those 12s. Look at that.
Wow.
Yeah, about this time, Molfin and Callista, almost about the same time, as you're headed over to find a nice corner spot, you guys notice at one of the Sava tables that the Italia woman that Ashlyn was telling you guys about is sitting across playing a game of Sava against an older noble gentleman. And Molfin, as you're kind of walking past, You hear the older gentleman, or you're watching as it appears that they're in an intense game. Um, this guy she's playing against is just gaudily dressed. I mean, he's and they're. It seems like as you're approaching Molfen, they're just getting finished up with this game, and this white-haired noble just pushes this large stack of golden goose coins across the table towards Italia. As he rises from this plush seat that he's been sitting on. I don't know how you do it, Lady Italia, but you seem to know my every move before I know it myself. Thank you for the game. And he kind of bows just a little bit towards her. She bows back with a smile, and he just walks off. And, well, she extends her hand first, and he gives it a gentle kiss on her gloved hand. Well, now I think I must find another table, lest I squander all my coin I've spent a lifetime acquiring. And the young woman there, Lady Italia, just seems to smile. And she just says, you do that, Lord Hubert. Until next time. And she just smiles and smirks at him. He walks away. She's like taking her coinage and kind of putting it away. And it leaves that seat across from her open.
You're muted, Matthew.
Thank you. Molfin's going to sit somewhere so she can't get a look at him unless she's like turning around and actually looking for someone.
Mm-hmm.
And just, again, hand on the top of his beautiful carved walking stick with the little crystal orb on it and just start muttering.
Okay. And you're doing detect magic?
Yep.
Okay.
And then once the ritual's done, going to start sort of just, again, back on the walking stick, slowly walking around, taking in sights, pick up a beverage as servers come by, things like that, trying to blend in but see more specifically her, but then otherwise just keeping an eye open for any sort of magical items that pop out at...
Okay. During this process, you're doing this as a ritual, so this is going to take about 10 minutes, correct? Is that
Yep.
what you're doing? Okay. So it's going to take Molfen a little bit in this corner. The rest, Moby, as you're kind of walking around, you can just hear the muttering from nobles. Some of the younger nobles just talking about some of the women that are aboard. It seems like this is a place where they go to try to mingle and try to find their love connections and things like that. As far as the older noble couples, they seem to be just using this as an opportunity to flaunt their great wealth. Some of them appear to be from what you're looking at. Some of them are absolutely addicted to gambling. Hi, Kitty. How are you? Say hi to everybody. It seems to be that a lot of these nobles, there's a few of them that are quite addicted to just gambling and just the fact that they just have a ton of money just to throw around.
All right, I wanted to do a couple of things.
Okay.
While I'm walking around, I'm sussing out everyone's looks, judging against what I was told by Lady Desire back at the manor.
Yeah.
So looking out for, get this list of nobles. The Wisdens, the Rain Riddles, Lawholds, Barry Struble.
Okay. As you're looking around in the gambling hall, you do feel like you've found Barry. It's from what Desire told you was maybe a former love interest. That didn't quite didn't quite work out between them. He looks like he is one of those fellows that you recognize as being addicted to gambling, and just really gets into it. As you're watching him at the tables and things like that, he gets very frustrated when he loses, and he's just very heightened when he wins. Almost like exaggerates every motion. Thinks he has a good poker face, but you don't think it's that good. You can see he thinks highly of himself. Come on, Kat, you're on my notes.
In this process, I would have liked also to grab one of the many weight stuff that I'm sure are floating about and ask them for some parchment and a quill.
The wait staff, he kind of looks at you confused at first. He said, "What? I will see if we have any. I'll be back."
Please hurry. There is a gold piece in it for you upon a timely arrival.
We're not supposed to accept any tips, sir. I do appreciate it.
Trust me, you'll want this tip.
Okay. He just like just starts walking back towards the kitchen area, just looking probably for his supervisor to be able to ask where he might be able to find this stuff. Callista, anything that you're doing with the knowledge that you have, scoping out the area?
I'm
As
gonna
you
keep
hear the
an eye on
applause roaring from upstairs, the music just started clapping.
Oh god.
So-
No, I don't want to get stepped on as a spider.
Yeah.
No, I want to probably spend like an hour just observing all the Sava tables and keeping an eye on her.
Okay, make a perception check.
Okay.
An additional one. The first one was just to kind of like find out where she was staked out. Yeah, why did the music end?
Oh my.
All these 12s, my goodness.
I don't know. Roll 20 is so weird.
There we
You know,
go.
I'm noticing it's duplicating a lot of rolls tonight. Like my
Yeah,
important
that's-
rolls were both sixes.
Yeah, that's you do notice that while Molfin is in the back corner, presumably being Molfin from what you can gather, you notice that a couple more individuals sit down across from Lady Italia, and she has won every single Sava game that you've been kind of sitting here for about 10 minutes watching. And it's kind of like you've kind of been scoping out her moves, and it seems like she's almost purposely giving people hope during these games and then just crushing all their hopes and dreams at the end as she plays.
That's
So she's very good at Sava from what you can discern. Molfin, finally your detect magic spell starts to ping a little bit. You do know that Pao Ming is carrying a magical bag. You do also...
What about our lady in purple?
the lady in purple does not have anything that would strike you as magical. Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Even like the nobles, like nothing is magical about what they're wearing. It's just magically designed. Let's just say that. It's just very rich and gaudy, but not magical.
Can I sit across from Lady Natalia?
Absolutely. One of the young nobles gets up frustratedly and walks away as Lady Italia starts putting more golden geese into her bag that she has with her. Her nice little purse that she's been wearing, this purple purse. And you sit down across from her, and she looks up to you. Says, "Hello.
Hello.
We meet again."
Yes,
Diana, it was.
of course, Lady Natalia.
Well, nice to see you again. Have you been enjoying your time aboard?
Yes, it's been splendid so far. Everybody's been super nice.
Okay. Oh, well, great.
How's your evening been?
It's been great so far. I'm doing well at Sava, and that's a good game. That's a good night for me.
Good. I don't know how to play.
You don't know how to play? Would you like me to show you?
Sure.
Oh, well, great. Well, we won't put any geese on this. I just want to just to give you some insight. And
Thank you.
and you can see that the pieces are made out of these obsidian carved pieces. They all look like drow warriors.
Ooh.
And the object of this game is to destroy the other person's noble house, which is kind of like, it looks like this little castle on each side, with all these
Tell
like
me.
little drow figures that are across on each side. Now, and she looks at you and she's like, "Oh, this is a game of incredible skill, a little bit of deception, but a lot more insight into your
I've none of
opponent."
those.
Now, you see, the goal of this game, and she kind of shows you as she's moving the figures across the board, is to put yourself into position so that your opponent cannot move into any safe location, you see?
Ah.
And once you have taken the front lines of warriors, it's easy. You go in for the kill. She kind of gives you all this and all this knowledge, and she's just showing you this on this board. And just kind of fills you in on how to play.
Cool. Well, thank you for the lesson. Have any dashing young gentlemen been by your way lately?
You know, there's been a few. But you know, I mean, would you, are you interested in one of them?
Oh no, I'm just keeping my options open. So, thanks for the lesson, and I'll see you around.
Oh, okay. We'll see you soon. And she
I go
just
to-
nods to you.
Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to check her out. She
Okay.
seems very nice.
Okay. Mulfin.
Molfen will try to flag down Ashlyn as she's walking away.
Okay.
Yes,
Ashlyn, do you have any more of them, those tokens you received?
yes, I've got 4. Here you go.
Molfen will fumble and
Oh
give
no,
that.
Uncle Muffin. We'll figure it out later. Don't worry about it. Here you go. 4.
Thank you.
All right.
And Lady Natalia is actually very nice. She taught me how to play, but I don't remember. But she was really nice.
We shall see. Molfin's going to walk over, and if the seat's still open, is going to sit down in front of her.
Don't
Alright.
forget, you owe me a dance.
She said, yes, of course, my dear. We shall dance after this.
Okay.
Yeah, you kind of surprise her at first, Molfin, as you sit down, because she's like looking, kind of scoping out the casino floor, looking over towards Lachlan's table where he has a bunch of people like sitting around and he's dealing out cards to everyone. yeah, exactly. That's it. I love it, Lachlan. That's awesome, man.
And he looks the part right now too. I
He-
love it
he
so
does,
much.
And if
And
you
he's like
don't,
a visor.
you he got a
Oh my
visor.
God.
He's got like a cigar sticking out of his, like the
Yeah.
side of his, dishing out cards. It's awesome. Yeah, you kind of surprise her at first. She's like, "Oh, hello. Are you muted?"
Bloody love this microphone some days.
She says, "Hello. Are you muted?"
Not at all, my dear. Just a momentary taken back. The young lady I am here with this evening says you had just taught her to play this game, and I
yeah.
figured I'd come over and see if I could pick your brain and we'll take out 2 geese and set them on the table. Just haven't played in quite some time, and figured I'd come over and see how it goes.
Okay. She's kind of surprised that you lay down 2 golden geese in front of her. She's, "Oh, a two goose bite, and are you sure?"
It's, as I said, I have not played for money. Well, I haven't played in many years, and we never much played for money back in the libraries at home. So I figured if you're willing, as you've explained the game to my date this evening, I figured
Oh,
if you're willing to take a...
Diana is your date?
Yeah, she is here with me this evening.
Oh, wow. And she reaches into her token, takes out 2 golden geese and sets them on top of yours, putting the pile of 4 golden geese right there in front. And so what I need you to do to start us off, Molfin, is you are going to make basically what this game is going to be 3 individual checks. Each one of these checks is going to be added up. And basically you have to beat her score to beat her at this game. The first check is going to be an intelligence Sava check. So that means if you're not proficient at all in Sava specifically, you only can make a regular intelligence check. Okay? Then the second check is going to be a wisdom insight check to see if you can kind of see how she's playing the game in comparison to how you are playing it. And then the final one is going to be the charisma deception check. And the total of these 3 rolls, if it beats her total, you win the game and take the coin. If she beats yours, then she takes the coin. Okay?
Should be interesting.
So what I would like you to do is you can roll all your checks in the open. I'm going to GM roll mine. So that way you don't have a clue what I'm rolling.
Now here's my question. Won't I though? Can I replace 2 of her rolls with 6s?
Okay, I'm gonna let you in on a little insight. I'm gonna let you pick which ones that you turned into 6s.
Okay, we'll say the last 2, wisdom and charisma.
The wisdom and charisma. Okay.
Yeah, because those are Molfin's weak spots.
Okay.
And I'm gonna gift Morphin my nat 20.
But that's going to be a nat 20 deception, which gives it a 19.
well, the first roll is the intelligence check.
Yep.
So you're going.
So that's an 11.
So you're going to take the 11 for the intelligence check.
Yep. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm going to use the nat 20 specifically on the deception check.
So the first check is the intelligence. So she's going to go ahead and make her intelligence check, and I'm going to double check something here. Okay. I'm going to GM roll this so our audience can see.
Wait, hold on. I got to put
She
down
has a little bit of a buff to this one.
Yeah. I got to turn my phone around. So Twitch chat, if you're saying anything to me, I can't see you. I don't want to see you till the end.
Let's see how this happens. So here's her roll. Okay. That's the first one. So as you guys start to see, you guys take your turns and moving some of the pieces across. It's just like chess. You know, you're moving a piece. Certain figures can move certain ways, and you're taking some of your drow warriors and your drow priests, and you're moving them along. You see that there's a couple spider figures of obsidian as well that you're kind of moving in different directions, and she's moving into position. And you can see that she's got a little bit of a one-up on you from what you remember from long ago. It seems like she's putting her figures in positions to take advantage of these situations coming forward. So then we go to the Wisdom Insight check. And that's one of the ones you're going to give her a 6 on?
Yeah, the next 2 she's a 6 on. Yep. Wisdom, come on.
So I don't want to give anything away. But when you use your portent, how does it work if a person has advantage? Do they automatically just roll the 6, or does she get to roll additionally and take the higher of the 2?
What it says, it it says, are these one? Okay, so the exact verbiage of it, because I don't know how this will work because it's typically used in a more battle sense. It says, roll 2d20s, record numbers. You can replace any attack roll, saving roll, or ability check made by you or a creature you can see with one of the foretelling rolls. You must choose to do so before the roll, and can replace a roll in this way only once per turn.
Okay, I'm just going to say that she gets the 6. I'm going to roll it that way. All right, and your roll was an
11.
An 11. Okay. As you guys are moving, you almost get the sense as if you're kind of nipping at her heels a little bit. you're starting to see that you're kind of, as she takes one of your figures and pulls it off the board, you take one of hers and pull it off the board. And you can kind of see she's starting to get a little frustrated. You've got the sense about this. She has a really good poker face, though. But you can feel like you've got the sense, you've been around long enough that you can kind of sense this from her. So now we're going to go with the deception part.
And that's a 19 because of the nat 20.
And this is the 19. Okay.
I got a -1.
That's amazing.
Thank you, Sarah.
So that makes your total of 41 with all 3 of your checks. So, and she also rolls a 6 on this as well. Is that what you're using your other portent on? Okay.
Last portent of the night.
Wow. So as she continues to move figures on the board, she starts some small talk with you, Molfin. So where are you from, and what is your name?
My name is Oxen de Tonkgrill Mirthbrook. We are from Fireshire.
Oh, from Fireshire. Yeah. Your date was telling me you came from Fireshire. That's a hard area, isn't it? Lots of hard mining and work done in Fireshire, from what I understand.
Well, the mining is hard work for those who are employed by us to do it.
Oh, so you employ several people to work the mines, I presume?
Yes, we have a small group that goes down and mines for us. Then we send out the different materials to towns around to be smelted down and used in crafts.
Make a deception check, Molfin.
Here's where that
She kind of nods and says, oh, well, fair enough. So that's where you make your fortune?
Fortune, if we call it that. We do well enough, as you can no doubt tell by the young lady on my arm.
Yes, she kind of looks over towards where Ashlyn is standing. You've done well.
I like to think so.
And as she moves some of her pieces, you see that she has left her noble house wide open for the taking. How do you want to finish it, Molfin?
This is
this is a non-combat. How do you want to do this?
It's, as we're discussing and we're just looking at her. It has been charming, but as you heard as I took my seat, I owe the young lady a dance, so I feel I really must end the game at this point and move that final piece in.
Yeah, you move it over and you just kind of like do one of those things where you just hit the noble house and it just falls over and rolls a little bit off of the board. And she just looks there kind of stunned, almost speechless, and looks at you and smiles and is like, good game.
I thank you for your time. It has been a pleasure playing with you.
And then you hear in your mind her voice. She just looks at you, kind of like almost just smiling, just like she was normally just like looking at you. You hear in your mind, who are you really? And she is keeping totally cool. Like you don't no one would even know that she is speaking into your mind.
Wolfer's going to pick up the couple of golden geese off the board.
Yep, you've pocketed 4 golden geese.
And then, sort of leans on the staff to get up and just sort of looks over. My dear, that is the true question of this evening.
Are you speaking this out loud or in your mind?
Nope, right out loud to her. Then with a little bow, just
okay.
Start to walk away and get about How far from where she is? Actually, no, can I retcon that?
Sure. Yeah.
Without even standing up, how far to the closest doorway?
Well, you're kind of sitting. I'm going to shift ping, kind of like in the middle side table over here. Hold on a second. I got to switch my. Kind of like a middle side table over here. And then it appears that the main doorway to the casino is in the back behind this spiral staircase
Okay.
that leads out to the back of the boat.
So it's only about 30 feet.
Yeah.
And just to make sure, between when Callista went shopping and we went, how long would that have been?
A span of, I mean, from lunchtime to dinner time, so 4 to 5 hours.
Beautiful. I just want to make sure,
Mm-hmm.
because I'm hoping that I would have had time to have copied a scroll into my spell book.
Yeah, as long as that was what you were focusing on, yes, you would.
Yeah,
have time
it's
to do
after
that.
the shopping. That's all I would have, all the day would have been.
Yes.
Without even standing up, say that line out, and then with a grin, looking her dead in the eye. Gone.
Oh!
Right out the door.
Oh, you misty step out the door.
Just right out the door.
Fantastic. Just with a poof, Molfin disappears from the chair, leaving his imprint in the plush chair as he is out the back door and out onto the outside deck. Moby, with walking around, you do notice that the Wisdens are approaching Lachlan's table.
All right, would I have had my parchment by now?
They brought you. It's kind of a rough piece of parchment. You can tell that this is something that people don't ask for very often. So it's kind of a rough piece of parchment, but yeah, you do have the supplies that you asked for.
All right. So as soon as I got that parchment,
Definitely
and quill.
ethics, Misty Step for the win. You've got it, man. Thanks for tuning in.
So as soon as I got that parchment and quill, gonna cast illusionary script, and I'm gonna write up a deed to a noble manor in Baldur's Gate.
Fantastic. Yes. You do so with little problem. Yes.
Worth to the value of well, what would a noble manor be worth? A couple thousand gold.
Yeah, probably at least. Yeah. You can.
Wow.
Interesting, and I'm gonna make sure everyone
In Baldur's
this
Gate, you
room-
could probably go up to like 10,000, 20,000, 30,000 gold. I mean, you could put whatever stamp number you want on it.
I'll just keep it 10,000 for the time being.
Nice. So that's a pretty nice noble estate.
I'm just assigning everyone in this room to be able to read this deed. Because I need to pick people that are able to see what I'm writing.
Okay, so yeah, are you writing it down in front of everybody, or are you?
Yes, on this parchment, I'm writing the deed to a fake noble manor.
Okay.
Let's say.
Are you sitting down at Lachlan's table right now? Is that? What
No, I would have done this as soon as I got it. As soon as I was handed this, I would just found the closest table, written it down,
Okay.
rolled it up to make it look official,
Okay. All right.
and then head over to the table.
Okay, so you're sitting down at Lachlan's table.
Yes.
Welcome, good sir.
So what is a buy-in for this game?
What are you comfortable with?
How about we'll start it off with 10 gold dragons. Is that what they're called? Golden geese.
10
I'm
golden
thinking
geese.
of,
Have you
thinking
gone?
of,
Have you gone to?
Waterdeep.
Have you gotten what? You would have to go to Pao Ming to get yours exchanged. How many did you exchange?
All right. I would have done that as well. Just 100 gold.
100 gold. Okay, so you have 10.
Yeah.
You have 10 golden geese.
Of course,
And
sir.
these are indeed the Wisdoms sitting next to me.
Yeah, the Wisdens are sitting next to you. You also see that there are 2 other male nobles sitting down at Lachlan's table as well. So there's Lachlan, there's
Sweet.
2 younger male nobles, and the Wisdens, probably middle-aged noble man and woman, and then you.
Interesting. All right. Lovely. It's an honor to meet you all. I am Lord Danny Dyer of Baldur's Gate.
Lord Danny Dyer. I love it. Of Baldur's Gate.
Welcome, Danny.
Danny boy.
The Wisdens kind of look towards you. Thomas is kind of like a burly fellow, kind of laughs a little, chuckles. I'm Thomas Wisden. This is my wife, Bridget. And then kind of like you're standing there, and another one reaches out to shake your hand. My name is Matthew Cobston. And then the other individual looks over, kind of like a red-haired human with a vast set of freckles on his face. Oh, my name is Percy Fishtomb.
It's lovely to meet you all.
And you put in 10 golden geese to buy in?
I'll put in 5 to begin with.
Put in
And I'm
5.
going to ask the rest of them. So, how high are we going to make this game? I like it when the stakes are raised.
The Wisden kind of looks at you kind of suspiciously at first. Says, well, I'm willing to step in and take the risk if you are.
Absolutely.
Percy Fishtomb kind of looks at, I'm out. I'm not doing this. He gets up, pushes in his chair, and goes off to another table.
New money, I see.
That's awesome. Callista, you notice that Lady Italia is a little bit flustered after Mulfin poofed out of the table.
Mhm.
This is the first that she has showed that she has been a little bit, just she hasn't. She's changed a little bit since that encounter.
Is she staying at the table?
Yeah, she's staying there. She's got a golden goose in her hand, and she's just kind of tapping it on the table, like back and forth. It seems like she's just waiting for another opponent, perhaps. Lachlan, you have a game that is called The Hand of Asmodeus.
Hand of Asmodeus.
Yes. Basically, the goal of this game is you're going to have everybody rolls 3d6s. One is going to be in the view of everyone, and 2 are going to be hidden as bets are made. So basically, we roll 1d6 in succession. The goal of this game is to try to get 3 of a kind. A 666 is the highest you can absolutely get.
Ooh.
Okay. And it goes down from there. So if somebody has 3 3s, somebody has 3 2s, the 3 3s win out. Okay. You can also, the second on that list is a straight, like 1 2 3 4 5 6. 2 3 4. Anything is a straight is in the middle ground. But if somebody gets 3 1s, that beats a straight. Okay.
Okay.
And then on the bottom of the list are 2 of a kind. And those are the ways that you could win this game. If somebody has 2 of a kind and nobody else has anything that works, the 2 of a kind would win.
Yeah.
But the goal is to try to get a 666, Hand of Asmodeus.
Nice.
Gotcha.
The devil's hand.
Yeah.
Woo!
Okay, so everybody has placed their 5 golden geese into the center.
That's
I'm going to turn to the
Matthew.
Wisdoms and
Okay.
say, I believe I have heard a little bit about the 2 of you. You're in the barge building business.
Oh, you've heard? Oh, yes.
Oh, your name is spread far across Faerun.
Oh, and I can see why. I mean, our barge building is no one comes close.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right.
So what brings you here to Yartar?
Well, this cruise. It's the only place in Faerun where nobles can really get to know other nobles.
Oh yeah. No, down there in Baldur's Gate, they're strictly business down there. Here, we like to enjoy our money.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. So, as far as competition goes around here, do you have much of that? You know, in your area of industry.
Oh, absolutely. It's it's tough. It's a tough business we have here, since the barges is and the fishing in the river, the Desserin River, is what makes us our money.
I did not catch that last part.
Oh, he basically just said the barges and the river is what makes their money. So, of course, there is a lot of because people are constantly moving into the area trying to start these businesses to compete. Some of them unfortunately don't make it. Some of them do. I mean, it's just like any other city, people trying to make it.
Would you have any competition here on this boat with us now? I'm actually looking to invest.
Oh, investing in barge building, you say? I don't think that would be
I've had a lot of
wise.
spare coin floating about, so, why not? I heard there was good money in it.
There's good money, but I wouldn't suggest it. It just, we've already got a pretty good established community here of wealthy nobles owning the barge building business. I don't think it would be in your best interest to pursue those efforts.
Or perhaps if I was to invest in yours, if you, stated your case well enough.
Well, how would you like to invest?
I could help you drive out this other competition.
You could.
Kind of modernize your services in this city.
Okay, he reaches into his pocket, and he kind of under the table, reaches out, and he has this, card in his hand, and he's, kind of almost like he's trying to shake your hand. But you can see that there's a card in his hand.
Shake his hand.
You shake his hand, and he lets
Slip
go of the card. And you can tell that it's probably his business card. And he gives you kind of like a little nod. After this game, we should talk.
Absolutely.
I thought it was a playing card.
No,
Dealer?
And dealer starts dealing out the first card. So everybody needs to go ahead and roll their first d6 in the open.
Okay.
And the Wisdens and that other individual who was at the table, who have already forgotten his name. I think it's Matthew. Not our Matthew, but the noble Matthew.
Matthew Cogston.
Cogston, Cobblepot.
So Mr. Wisden is showing a 6.
Ooh.
Mrs. only showing a 1. And the other noble showing a 3. As they...
That's rough.
Dish out their cards. Moby only showing a 1 in his cards, as the dealer is only showing a 2. All right. Mr. Wise then kind of chuckles a little bit. It looks like the cards are being dealt in the way they should. Oh, sorry about that.
Luck
honey.
is on your side tonight.
And you said that we were raising these stakes pretty high. Let's go. He reaches into his pocket and takes out 3 more golden geese and sets it into the pile.
I'll meet that.
You'll meet that? Okay.
Absolutely.
Bridget decides with her 1 showing that she's going to back out. So she backs out, and the other noble is going to go ahead and put in 3 as well. How about the house?
The house is in.
The house is in. So that brings
The house
total...
don't fold.
Yeah.
So that's
We're
so I
gonna-
think that's up to 41 golden geese in there, I believe.
Oh my
Can I
goodness.
on the slide give Lachlan a wink, suggestingly go on, let me have it.
I wink.
Okay. Go ahead and make a sleight of hand check, Moby and Lachlan. And Callista, go ahead and roll an insight check.
All right, I'm gonna use my DM's inspiration here
Okay.
for my sleight of hand.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Oh wow! Wow!
Nice rolls.
Oh my god.
Nice rolls. Yeah. No.
Yeah, I'm gonna do my inspiration for insight since I don't have my buddy with me.
Hands me 2 cards, dealer. 2 ones, please.
Ashlyn, go ahead and make a perception check.
Oh. Okay. Oh.
Wow. Ashlyn, you saw Moby wink towards Lachlan,
Okay.
but no one else in the room saw it.
Okay.
And Callista, as you're kind of just saying, you just notice that she's not looking in particular to anyone, but she is looking towards the door. You think she might be looking for Mulfin to look and see where he went. But she's
Okay.
but she's still sitting at the table. She's just she's resetting up the pieces of the Sava board and kind of getting things set up for another game. At this time, we're going to get ready to roll another d6, and I want this one to be showing as well. The second d6 is going to be a visible d6
Whew.
for everybody.
Slip me a card, slip me a card. 2 ones, 2 ones.
Yeah, so I guess I would totally.
So with that, Moby, what I'd like you to do is I want you to roll this 2d. You're going to have this d6 rolls with advantage because Lachlan is helping you. So you're going to take the higher number.
Oh, the higher? Can I take what suits me?
Or yeah, basically you roll twice and pick the one that you want to keep. That's basically what we'll do.
I saw them wink at each other.
You saw them
But-
wink you saw Moby wink at Lachlan, but you didn't have a view of Lachlan's wink back.
Oh,
You
I
saw
wink at
Moby's.
Moby.
Okay. make a sleight of hand check, Ashlyn.
Yeah, that's not
Oh,
good.
that's a nice 2.
Wow.
Wow.
Nice. Nobody has any clue what's going on. You guys are doing a great job with this.
Secret winks.
All right, Moby, which one of those numbers are you keeping?
Oh, 2,
Okay, so Moby's
4,
showing a
4, 4,
Oh, Moby's going to show a 1 and a
2,
4.
2, 4, 2.
Take the 2!
Take the 2. You want
I'll
the
take the
straight.
2.
Take the 2 for the
I'll
straight.
take the 2.
Okay, so the noble sitting next to you, the younger noble, Matthew, he's showing another 1, so he has a 3 and a 1 showing. And the noble next to you, Mr. Wisden, rolls a 6. He's showing double
what?
6s. And what are you showing, Lachlan? A 2 and a 3.
Yeah, 2 and a 3.
Okay. So Mr. Wisden, he starts to laugh even better. His smile on his face is just wrinkling up his cheeks. He's like, "Oh, this is great! I love this game."
I give a golf club.
Fine golf club.
These are cards, right?
These are cards, yes. And you can tell that the noble sitting next to you on the other side, Moby, is he's starting to show some sweat coming down because that's a lot of golden geese in the center there. Like, this is a pretty high stakes game. We're talking about, it's 410 gold pieces worth just laying on this table.
I lean over to him. Feeling the pressure yet?
he looks at you, he's like, "Yeah, I am. I'm out." he throws his stuff down. He gets up from the table and just walks away. So now just leaving you and Mr. Wisden there with the dealer, Bachlan. It's looking like both you and Bachlan are showing straights. And
Did you say he had a 3 on him?
Who? Oh, I have a. Oh.
No, this guy that dropped his cards.
he had a 3 and a 1.
All right. Okay.
Oh, no.
What are you trying to do, Moby?
Oh, no.
What's worse is I know what he's trying to do in my head, John.
When
Oh,
as soon as Lachlan starts dealing out the cards, I am going to.
Illusionary
This is
script.
a horrible idea.
oh God.
Can I minor illusion just a loud bang, like a waiter dropped a tray of glasses or something like that? It's just smashing all over the floor.
Go ahead and make a deception check with advantage.
Wow, guys! Wow.
The dice are
Can I
being
ask an
good to you
honest-
guys tonight.
Why is Molfin the only honest gnome?
Let's just rolling crap. It's okay.
It's an odd thing, but from across the room and the other way, where there's another room, there's a door at the top that you guys can see there in the casino. You hear this loud bang from behind this. It sounds like a tray just spilling all these drinks all over the floor. You see all the wait staff just stop and turn around and look back. They're like, "Well, it wasn't me. It wasn't me."
I swiped the three.
Okay.
I swiped the three.
You swipe the 3. Okay. Go ahead and make, as this is happening, go ahead and make your sleight of hand check with advantage because he is currently distracted.
What rolls out a sleight of hand or a stealth?
Sleight of hand with advantage.
Okay.
Wow.
What?
Yes. Yes.
What?
So even the dealer has no idea what you just did.
I'm sweating. Man. I'm sweating.
Wow, I'm
did-
so proud.
So did you replace? What did you do? Did you replace one of his 6s with a 3? Is that what you wanted to do?
What I wanted to do is have the 1, 2, 3.
Oh,
Just
oh,
keep it
you want the
tucked away
straight.
Oh,
Gotcha.
So I
Okay.
can get this
Keep
straight.
the 3
So
in the sleeve
So
kind
you
of thing,
keep
right?
the 3 in the sleeve. Gotcha. Gotcha.
If I was able to swap one of his cards out, which I'm assuming he's holding, I think that would require.
No,
a lot more.
they're all kind of just like laying on the table. Like they're just like kind of like when you play blackjack. They're just laying on the table.
Oh,
But both of his cards are face up. So if he looked back and saw that one was a
Yeah,
3, he
yeah.
would immediately know somebody was cheating.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold the 3. Have the 1, 2, 3.
Okay, so you're already holding a card. You're kind of keep it already hidden. What I'd like everybody to do is the dealer is going to. Oh well, he first is going to take 3 more golden geese, and he's going to set them into the pot.
Oh, I just give Lachlan like a look, like, come on, don't give him a 6, man.
I'll try.
So you're both putting in.
Yep.
Okay.
Does he raise it 3? You said.
He raised it 3 more. Yep. So you guys have a
All right.
total of, unless you want to try to raise them even more.
Yeah, absolutely. What I'm gonna do is pull out this rolled up piece of parchment I have. Kind of, I'm gonna put it on the table, flatten it out, and I'm gonna look at him and say, "Well, it appears we're at the end of the game. What I have here is the deed to one of my many manors in Baldur's Gate, valued at 10,000 gold pieces. Now, it seems that tonight luck is on your side. Are you willing to prove that?"
He starts to chuckle at you, and he's like, "But look at your cards. You're showing us straight. I'm on the brink of just winning all this whole game. Look at this. I have almost the hand of Asmodeus. Are you crazy?"
If you get, show me luck is on your side. If you get this last 6, I will go into business with you, no questions asked. And you take one of my manors. You have nothing to lose here. 10,000 gold pieces.
You can see that his wife is standing behind him, and she looks a little distraught, and she starts like sitting down and like whispering into his ear, and then you see her look into her purse, and she pulls out a rolled out piece of parchment,
Jeez, everyone's doing this.
and she hands it to him, and she's like, and he looks at you after holding that, and you know, sir, that the Wisdens do not like to get embarrassed. and we're definitely not people who we don't lose. And the wife is standing with her like arms crossed, like just like kind of doing the yeah, that's right. Like and
Damn it.
and he sets down this or he opens it up and it appears to be a deed to an estate in Yartar. I'll put my estate up against yours. Winner takes estates.
Can I just have a quick scroll through of this piece of parchment?
Yes. So,
How much is this property worth?
it's equal to the property that you just said. It's a $10,000 piece of property.
And there doesn't appear to be anything magical about this. Can I make a quick Arcana check?
Yeah, you can make an Arcana check, sure.
People in glass houses.
Nothing appears like there's no like magic incantations about this. Like the writing doesn't appear to be anything like a scroll or anything. It looks to be like a legit deed with a stamp and seal. I mean, it looks legit. It even has the their family crest on it and everything, like and his signatures.
Oh,
It looks official, man.
Underneath Moby's poker face, he's like freaking out. You can see the makeup that was put on before is like starting to drip like a little bit on his forehead.
Molfin, go ahead and make a perception check. Ashlyn, you can make one too.
Can I?
Sure. Go ahead, Callista.
Not great.
Okay. So Ashlyn and Callista, you can see that the Bachlin's table has started to attract some attention, as it seems that big money is being put out on this table. And
Oh, Uncle Molfin, I think we should go look.
But I thought we were going to go have a dance.
Callista, even as a spider, this doesn't surprise you that Bachlin's table is attracting attention.
Callista's
Bachman.
having like
Bachlan might need our help though.
Callista's like near panic attack at this point. She does not want to be here at all.
Because now that these high stakes deeds are being put on the table, all these
Oh my
nobles
God.
are starting to stand around like, "Ooh, this is good." And you can see that some of the drinks have started to settle in with some of them, and they're starting to as this has happened, and like when Wisden put the deed on the table, like there was a couple cheers, as they can see his hand in front of him. He's showing 2 6s in the game hand of Asmodeus, that he clearly has the advantage here, and
Molfin will sort of offer his elbow to Ashlyn. Oh, fine, let's walk in, but fair warning, watch out for that Talia. She is not
What
what she
is-
appears.
Yeah, what is she doing right now?
she's just
Because I'm
she-
gonna be going up onto the ceiling.
Okay. She is standing now, looking over a few of the nobles' shoulders at Bachlin's table.
Okay, I want to be right over top of her.
Okay, you kind of nestle into one of the fancy chandeliers over top of Bachlin's
Yee.
table, and you got a view of pretty much everything that's going on. Nobody has
Okay.
a clue that you're up there. You're just this little spider kind of nestled in there. And you can, as you're kind of crawling down there, you can notice that the candles within the chandelier are actually lit by, and Molfin, I probably should have mentioned this when you did detect magic. The fire that's on these, it's lit by magical energy. It's not real fire. It's like magical fire from the chandeliers. So here we are. This might be, because we're at 11:01. We're gonna go ahead and roll this final card, and this is how our episode is gonna end. And we're gonna see how this plays out as Moby has his estate against this noble's estate. and also 50 golden geese that are just laying there. That's 500 gold pieces worth just laying on the table as well. Okay, so we're going to just go ahead and roll this in the open. Lachlan, is there anything that you would be doing as you're in control of the cards?
Yeah, cards are hard. I don't know if I have any that I've, like gotten. If I have a sense where in the deck of where some are that I could try to deal this guy a 5 or something.
You could try. You're going to be making a sleight of hand check, and this would be just a flat roll at this point, unless you have DM's inspiration left.
Someone give it to him. Someone give it to him.
I forgot to get rid of Ashland's nat 20, so I need to make sure I take it off the board.
Did Ashland have DM's inspiration?
Didn't I give it to everybody?
I think you gave it to everybody.
I think I gave a point
Does
to
Diana
everybody.
have it? Does Diana have
Oh,
it?
Diana, use Diana's!
Yep, you could use Diana's. I would allow that.
Well, I'm rolling either way. Whether or not I have inspiration, I'm rolling.
What would? Yeah, you're rolling. Oh,
Hang on. I've got a question. What is the house putting up against this?
The house is out.
the house.
House is out,
Yeah, the house wouldn't be able to compete with that. So
Yeah, this is the big boys playing.
Okay. So
The house has already put in what, 8, 10 golden geese, something like that at this point.
here's what I want you to do,
Come on.
Lachlan. I want you to roll 2
Match it.
d6s, and you choose the one that you give to Lord Wisden.
If there are
Okay.
2 6s, I'm gonna lose my blood.
Oh.
I will laugh like hell. I will
There's
probably
a
wake my son
5
up. I'll
and a
laugh so hard.
6.
Give him a 5!
I will casually slide him that 5.
All right, so Lachlan slides over, and this one, it isn't facing up yet, so none of the other people around have saw his card, and he kind of looks underneath, and then puts it back.
I'm
down.
gonna
looks back at you.
before we even
Lachlan,
look.
looks back up, and then this next roll is up to Moby, because
I mean, I've already got the 1, 2, 3.
yeah,
I'll roll.
yeah.
But
Yeah, you basically get a card, and you'll have to make kind of like a sleight of hand check to. All right, so you kind of look at your card that's invisible. You're showing a pair of 1s, and he's showing a pair of 6s. So if you would use that one, you would lose.
I'm not gonna use that one.
Can't anyone
Alright.
help?
Sleight
Wait,
of
if I
hand
have
says,
DM's inspiration, could I give it to Moby? Because I only used my nat 20 to give to Molfin.
Yes, you could do that.
JJ, you got my inspiration.
How are you granting
Thank
him
you.
this inspiration? Because he has a lot of
Isn't he
attention on him right now.
Isn't he doing a sleight of hand now?
He's going to try,
Yeah.
but how are you going to assure that Mr. Wisden or anybody of the other nobles standing around doesn't see this little switcheroo happening to help him get this advantage?
I am
Can I? We'll do,
going
sorry.
to show everyone my boobs.
Oh, how noble of you.
With
I'm
many,
gonna slip and fall and just like
have a
go out.
wardrobe malfunction.
okay,
Yeah.
go ahead and
All right.
make a deception check for us, Ashlyn, and then Moby, you are granted her inspiration to make your roll. Yes, you
All right,
slip and
well,
fall,
she's-
and Callista, the chandelier just starts to shake just a slightest bit as Ashlyn just like slams a bunch of stuff down and creates this huge distraction around as all the nobles are like, "Oh my goodness, is she okay?" Oh, and you see a couple of these young men like run over to help pick her up, and at that point, Moby's gonna do the old switcheroo. Sleight
While
of-
she's falling, can I quickly cast a spell?
Sure.
Quickly.
What would you like to cast?
Just want to give myself an extra D4 just in case.
Okay. Yeah. So you have
Oh,
it.
actually no.
I think
that
that's
doesn't
on a-
work.
it's a
That's-
saving throw. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't really
Damn
help
it.
you. Not on the skill checks. So you have advantage on your sleight of hand.
Advantage will do.
And I just gotta double check something very quickly.
Oh no.
Oh, don't double check anything.
I always double check. You know, that's what I got.
Sleight of hand. All right.
Sleight of
Here we go.
hand.
It's like when you almost died.
Okay.
Oh!
Oh no. So it seems as if he is so invested in what's going on right now that even Ashlyn falling, though it created a distraction for everybody else, you see Moby start to do something. Is there anything else that anyone would like to do?
I want to.
Callista, wild shape.
I'm
Wild
giving
shape.
I'm giving you guys one opportunity to do something, because you guys are all aware of what's happening right now.
Oh god, I don't know what to do.
I-
If I whale
Molfen-
shape, I'm gonna die.
Molfen looks, panics completely, points at the table.
That is awesome. All of a sudden, the whole room goes black. and that's
Turn the lights out.
Molfen's gonna shut the lights out.
and that's where we're gonna end tonight's episode. 'Cause that is awesome.
Oh my god!
Callista's gonna have nightmares. Holy crap.
Oh, that was
You're the worst spies ever.
that was so good. Oh my goodness.
I
No.
don't think we found
Like,
out any
I'm a-
information.
I was sweating during that whole time.
My palms are like.
Moby!
We might still get a deed of a place out of this.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, thank you guys so much for tuning in to our Season 3 premiere of Storm King's Thunder right here at Proficiency Bonus. And we must discuss one of our players that receives a Nat 20 for their play tonight. So,
Oh man.
Moby, because he would have needed it.
Kepler
Yeah.
says, well, it could have been Greece.
I thought about it, but I didn't see how Greece could have helped anything.
That was brilliant. I did not see that coming.
Yeah.
Is that we're gonna do anything? No. Nobody can see anything.
I thought
I
about
already
wild shaping and
fell.
dropping down as a rat, but that could have been bad
So,
for me.
those of you tuning in, if you want to pitch in your insight on who you think should get a Nat 20 to use on our next episode, just go ahead and type it into the Twitch chat as we're discussing this as a group. We'll start with Matthew. Any nominations or anything that pops out?
Oh
with
dear
you?
God.
There was a ton of stuff tonight. It was so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got Moby with no, I can't go with Moby because I don't have a clue what the hell he was thinking. Lachlan with the card, basically the card play, the card tricks.
Yeah, that was a good idea. I didn't realize
That's-
Lachlan had that before
Yeah.
running this, so that was cool.
Things we have in our back pocket.
Yeah,
You know?
what do you guys think, Moby or JJ? What do you think?
Oh, there's lots of good ones. I think I gotta go. Probably Ashlyn or Lachlan.
I don't, man.
Ashlyn's just hilarious as
I'm-
always.
I'm very partial to Moby's play tonight. I thought that
Oh,
was. I thought the whole fake deed idea was brilliant.
Yeah, between
Yeah.
the fake deed and like being the house dealer, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
I
good.
don't know, Molten casting darkness and one upping Lady Natalia was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was a cool.
Yeah.
Honestly, I
From
didn't.
the-
Oh yeah, that's true.
When you sat down at that table, I was like, he has no chance. And then when you busted out those portents, I was like, he does have a chance.
And then he stepped out the door. That was really cool.
Yeah.
Should have saved
Well,
the
that-
portent
that-
to use to give that one guy a 6.
No, yeah.
Well, that's. I'm sitting here going, okay, if I can hit the intelligence one and use the portents on the other two, I might have a shot at this.
Yeah, that was.
I did not see the mental thing coming though. The whole talk to my brain, it was like. But of course, Callista's up on the ceiling. Molfen has no clue where she is, so it's
Yeah.
like.
and now Molfen is aware that this Lady Italia is a little bit more than she seems.
Yeah.
So
And she now is aware that Molfen is not what he seems either.
Yeah, exactly.
Very
Uh,
true.
Awesome. So anybody in chat want to chime in? We're having trouble picking one.
Come on, Chad, help us out.
If you want to help us out, chat, we would love it. So we can give out a nat 20. If you're still hanging out with us tonight, we do appreciate it. Next week we will be live again with Storm King's Thunder, episode 38, as we will play out the rest of this intense scene of our heroes aboard the Grand Dame.
Actually, while we're waiting to see if Ethics is saying it's a tough one to decide. While we're thinking of that, though, where would Diana be in all of this?
I would say Diana would kind of
just so we have an idea of where
she say she wanted to be like kind of just walking around, having drinks, and just kind of just
mingling
scoping out,
and
mingling and talking to people. I would say she would probably be having drinks and mingling and.
Ethics is going with the dishonest gnome.
Oh, Moby with the swindles. Yeah, you know what?
It's for this moment we need like a bard in the party.
Wait, dishonest
We
gnome?
need
All
a
three
bard.
of you were dishonest gnome.
Molfen did nothing dishonest.
You lied about your
It's
name.
manipulated space time.
It was important.
I just saw the future. I knew she was going to lose.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll go ahead since Ethics is jumping in. We'll go ahead and put the nat 20 on Moby for next week. So he'll have that. But I'm going to give everybody DM's inspiration across the board for the wonderful role play and the use of your abilities and skills. Everybody week after week, you guys all play your characters exactly how you how you planned out from the beginning. So it's awesome. Once again, thanks to Team MZ and Many-Sided Dice and Nightshade Creations. Want to thank you guys. And also, don't forget to tune in on Monday nights for Tomb of Annihilation with Dungeon Master Matthew. And Sarah also plays in that campaign as well, so make sure you check that out. Insight Check will be on tomorrow night. Is that right, Christy?
Yep.
You guys
Yep.
Where are you now?
Oh, actually, we might have to skip tomorrow night. I'm not sure. They might play without me. I'm not exactly sure, but I have hair modeling doing.
Oh, that's
so
right.
I
You're
will be
doing your
available.
modeling tomorrow.
Yeah. So they might be on. They might not. I'm not sure yet.
All right. Awesome. So if you guys want to
But
check
usually Saturdays.
usually Saturday nights, 9:30 Eastern time.
Eastern time. Yeah.
So make sure you guys go ahead and check
For those who
them
don't know, you can find Stumpy there. You can also find him in our chat occasionally. I only say that because I saw his name pop in there for a few minutes tonight.
Yeah. Check out Stumpy in chat. Stumpy from chat. That's how he.
Yes,
Stumpy from chat.
I'm gonna get him a T-shirt that says that. Ethics. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. We do appreciate you hanging out with us on the stream. Make sure you guys tune in next time because it's only. It seems like every week it only gets worse. So.
And it's usually
Callista's life motto.
So, if you ever find yourself sitting across the table from a gnome named Bachlan, and you've had some training before in cards, just remember, he's probably trying to swindle you. And don't forget to add your proficiency bonus. I'll see you guys next time. Have a good night.
Bye.
See ya.
Swindlers!